The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
My name is Tom, and my father was killed in a motorcycle accident. I called Brown and Crouppen because I wasn't sure if there was a case here or not. Something like this never goes away, but they definitely made the process just so much simpler and easier. Anytime I text and needed an answer to something, somebody was right there.
We're here for you 24/7. Call Brown and Crouppen for your free consultation now.
I don't know what I would have done without you guys. Brown and Crouppen was just great.
Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne, and Jackson Burkett on 101 ESPN.
7 o'clock in St. Louis. You are listening to the Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. A gentleman by the name of Jackson Burkett is on the ones and twos. And it's a program that welcomes your participation by texting in, calling in, or talking it over with other TMA listeners on our YouTube channel. It is the Form Energy YouTube chat on the TMA STL YouTube channel where you can watch the program and talk it over with other TMA listeners. In their scores, he's talking to Scott, 8671, and the co-founder of the Fairmount Park Players Club. You can talk it over by calling into the Callier and Thompson phone lines, 314-974-0101. Chairman Kurt stands by to answer phone calls. You can text in 314-399-9646. That is how you can text into the Air Comfort Service text inbox. And coming up on the Polos Plus dossier, we have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email of the day every day at approximately 9:45. Well, Doug, the Lifetime Roofing lead. Here we go in this Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour. You've got a decision to make because St. Louis shine bright like a diamond, and everybody around the country is talking about how great we are.
Yes.
And this is our moment. Is it because the doggies continue to do what they do, winning games all while trading away fan favorites?
Yeah.
Is it because of your St. Louis baseball Cardinals going 5-6 and suffering? They played with grit. Is it because of the BMW Championship and the hundreds of thousands of fans who came out to Belle Reve? Or is it because the Missouri Tigers are just 11 days away from taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff?
I think you could passionately argue either the golf or the Cardinals, but because the Cardinals was so painful.
11 in a row.
Well, that's a B block story, I believe.
Oh! Papers is nodding in approval.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a lie yet.
The Cardinals is just too painful, so let's start with the golf.
Oh! The Lifetime Roofing lead is the golf. Jackson has it set on the dossier at 8-2. We're not getting to it until 8-2.
Well, we could go Cardinals if that fits your
Jackson, you want to fight Doug?
better?
It's up to you if you want to.
Well, the dossier is, don't worry about that.
It's a living, breathable document.
PolosPlus.com and Andrew Hubbard would like a word with you.
The organization of it clearly is just a simple roadmap. We can take our own route.
Simple roadmap.
I disagree. I think that the Cardinals are the lead.
Ooh, I've never.
Oh! Yeah, you could argue either way. I could be convinced.
Did you not see the game against Houston?
Yeah, I missed it.
Jeez.
I missed it.
Just the golf is a one-time event. You know, we have
San Jose.
Team's
hot.
It's been 8 years since we had a major tournament like that.
What about Liv?
Went off without a hitch. I just think the golf thing was a kind of a bigger deal for us this weekend. The Cardinals I think the Cardinal season probably wrapped her up Friday night when they had two starters go out injured and blew another 10th inning lead.
Oh, my God, Doug, we have the exact same take.
Yeah, I think that kind of ended it there.
How often do we have the exact same take?
Not that often. And it was just so disgusting to watch yesterday that I'd rather talk golf to start, if that's okay.
Yeah,
It
please.
won't be okay with, I would say, about
Okay.
95% of the audience that views that as an elitist approach, and I share their views.
Okay.
Text in your anger at Doug at 314-399-9646. Jackson is rattled because he didn't have the cameras on. Is that accurate? I
For
see.
like
I've
the
YouTube cameras?
First 45
That's just
seconds.
great. That's just awesome.
That's now the Lifetime Roofing lead. LifetimeRoofingSTL.com. That's Dustin McClendon's business. It's not just roofing, though, Doug. It's also siding. And that's James Hardy signing. It's LifetimeRoofingSTL.com. Family-owned, veteran-owned, locally owned, and operated Lifetime Roofing. So you have chosen the BMW Championship. Did you go?
I went Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would have to compliment the people at Belle Reve. It just was really very easy to park and get the shuttle bus, and everything was set up just fine. I thought they just did a fantastic job with the whole weekend. I was really, really impressed. I can't imagine how big of a logistical challenge that is to put
Fun
a
to
tournament
think
on
about,
like
though,
that.
isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Did you walk around and think logistics?
I did.
I can't
did.
help it.
Yeah. I think that the planning that goes into that and the organization, and they just did a flawless job with it.
Things you can't control, the weather, A+. Leaderboard, A+. You have no control. Like, God bless, what was Spider-Man's name in 2008? Camila Villegas?
It's Spider-Man!
God bless him.
Wow, Papers, you're ready for that.
That was
But we kind of workshopped that at about
kind of a
5:30.
Slumdog Millionaire moment there where it all just kind of worked.
But on a Sunday, and Wyndham Clark's a big name, he's got the lead, and you're like, could he just maybe give a little back? Can you just have Rory in the mix, even for a minute? Boom, done.
Yeah.
I mean, it just could not have gone better if you were to script it out as the folks who run the event. And then the actual layout, the way they run things, the signage, just outstanding.
The event, I think, was an A+. And the support the event got. It's one thing. There is I don't know why this is. I just know that it is. There is a yearning for validation from people outside of St. Louis for St. Louis when we have national events come through. So the Rory McIlroy question every day about how great it is to see the fans, he kept saying, well, as I've said, because he kept getting asked about it. Mm-hmm. However, with that established, that truly was a huge crowd for a non-major event. And Martin, as you make reference to, the weather was incredibly optimal considering the time of year. But the crowds, the corporate support, the way that Belle Reve looked and played, A+, because had the weather been terrible, that's out of people's control, as you made reference to. But the way that it was set up, the way that the community supported it, the way that the St. Louis area sports fans supported it, my guess is you're going to see, I know the President's Cup is already scheduled to be here in 2030. That's a significant event. But I think that the PGA Tour will have taken notice, if they didn't already, to how wonderful and how perfectly executed this event was.
It reminded me of when you have a winning team, just the energy in the building, the excitement, the just positivity. Cardinals have been down, Blues have been a little bit down, and you just sense walking around there, people were having fun. They were fired up. They were like enthusiastic, and I've kind of missed that in our local teams. Now, the Doggies being an exception, clearly. But it just had that vibe where everybody was like fired up, high-fiving, and just the energy was outstanding.
Martin, I'm sorry, but Mr. Licks is not happy with any of us. I figured you guys would glaze Belle Reve.
I hate to ask, but what did happen on that tee shot?
I don't know. I really don't. My coach Randy calls it an oops. I think I was trying to get on top of it, trying to hit a little lower. I've been hitting it nice. I was shocked more than anything. I told my caddy, I think I just topped that into the water, but I'm proud of myself for rebounding because I could have let it get away pretty good. I mean, it shocked me more than anything. I haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah. Apparently, he said on Saturday he had a lot to deal with, including fans yelling M-I-Z all the time.
He brought up a lot of Mizzou fans around here. He said that in his post-round presser as well yesterday.
GD right.
Look at that guy right over there. He's
It's a
ready
little
for the
embarrassing. He's a grown man.
Embarrassing.
Here we go.
Yelling at my being a professional golfer.
Okay.
Grow up.
Yeah, sure. Having Shaka Smart in 2026, now that's embarrassing.
Oh, wow.
Would you
Trying
have done
to have
that?
standards and ethics, trying to win the right way. We got our teeth handed to us. But my coach cares about the kids.
Would you have had a smart aleck remark for a golfer if you were
No.
out there?
No. I was out there on Friday. I wasn't giving anyone the
that's
business.
good.
You weren't giving anybody the business?
Except when Seth Tagala came to the tee, everyone was yelling, JT, JT, not me. I said, you're the man, Seath.
Oh, did you really?
Seathed him.
You're the man, Seath.
You seathed him.
Seath. I was saying Seath.
Ah.
Seath. That's all I said. I didn't yell at any of the other golfers. I did walk by. I was walking up 16, meet some of my friends on 16, and there was Jake Knapp just sitting in a golf cart, like just
Nap time.
on the cart path, like 2 inches. I turned him out. I was like, oh my god, it's nap time.
Oh, did you?
What did he say when you said, "Oh my God, it's nap time"?
I thought he was hurt. I thought he was like injured or something. Like, why is he on a golf cart? But he had finished already and wanted to watch a little bit of what's going on 16.
Oh yeah.
Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Long par 3, 5-iron in for both the players in the final pairing
That's
yesterday.
where I sat for a while.
Yeah,
And,
it's a good spot.
15 feet, Wyndham Clark rolled his in, and Rory McIlroy just never turned like he thought. And Wyndham Clark takes a 1-stroke lead to 17. It's kind of lame to ask the golfers what they thought of the fans and tournament, etc. What else are they going to say? Well, it wasn't really that great. I really don't want to be here. Our city's so desperate for flowers that they take any lip service and frame it as gospel. But I'm glad it all went off without any incidents. That's Sharon and Clayton giving us her column on the weekend.
Well,
Let's check the transcript because I wonder if it was said over the weekend by a reporter. Aren't we great? And then you let them fill in the blank.
Frank Cusimano caught up with Jim Nantz for Sports Plus last night, and he asked about it, and here's what Jim Nantz had to say.
What did you think of the way we supported golf this weekend?
It's almost beyond description. I tried my best to frame it with the right words, but the last thing I said going off the air was, well done, St. Louis. You don't see this everywhere. It just felt so big. They raised the event to a wonderful level, to a major championship feel and vibe, and it's just a credit. It's just such a great sports town. It's known universally as a great baseball town, but I got to tell you, the golf part of it as a golf town, it's huge. It's right up there with the best.
See, we are
that.
great.
yeah,
Look at that.
We are great.
it's nice to hear. Jim Nantz is just the greatest.
Do you think the NFL will
Pleasant.
come back?
The NFL, I think Pelicans come home. Hello, NBA.
So we'll have the Pelicans and the Blazers?
Yeah, I think we're a 2-city NBA town.
You think the NFL monitored the events at the BMW, Doug, and they have regrets now?
Yes.
Okay, clearly.
Andy Pants is mad. His texts never get read. It's unbelievable how the same people get their texts read every day and multiple times at that, but some of us can never get them read.
Blocking. Blocking.
He's gone?
Jackson blocking.
Getting close.
I didn't like the tone.
Kind of whining will not be accepted.
Well, with that kind of talent, how can we not read it?
That's right.
You can complain in the Form Energy YouTube chat. That is youtube.com/TMASTL. You can also text in at 314-399-9646 and talk it over. There are 3 obvious things that Jackson should have put in the dossier. Let's see if he did his job or is back to censoring again. That's from Mr. Licks. What are the 3 obvious things,
It's
Jackson?
probably some political football with the WNBA that I have no interest in.
Because you unsubscribed?
Yeah, goodness gracious.
It's grifting season.
There's literally 1,000 outlets covering it. You can go to those. And meanwhile, Marty Edison over there worked the lights and there's a seance going on now in the
lights
studio.
are flickering. Now, when Doug and I walk in, it is a moment like you're leaving Alcatraz. There's just spotlights glaring. So I did tone it down a bit, but it feels we're kind of stuck in that slider.
Yeah, now we
in
live
between.
in the poltergeist house.
You're right there between the light is off and the light is barely on.
Yep.
And it can't decide
Marty
what
Tesla.
you wanted. Just
now Doug, it's pitch black. Do you feel my hand?
No.
You can call in and talk it over and really dictate the topic by calling in. 314-974-0101. 314-974-0101. Chairman Kurt answers the phones. You can also text in as well and join in with Andy Pants and your complaints about not having your texts read. It is the Healthcare Revolution, 7 o'clock hour. Jackson, your hair. Healthcare Revolution made it all possible.
Yeah.
Thank you, Logan Teller. Thank you, Healthcare Revolution. Tell them about it, Jackie Payne.
I was out there at the BMW Championship with no hat on Friday.
Oh, my word. I bet there was a buzz about Ricky Fowler's hair and your hair.
Yeah, it was, people were talking. I told you I walked by Jake Knapp. He compared my hair to his swing tempo, smooth and easy. Effortless, some would say. And that's all thanks to our friends at Healthcare Revolution. The tip I got from Logan at Healthcare Revolution was when you're outside and it's a beautiful day, it's super sunny, you might want to wear a hat, you're playing golf, but when you can, take the hat off, let the scalp get some sunlight. It's good for it. Because that's what they do at Healthcare Revolution. They not only help with the hair rejuvenation, but part of that is strengthening the scalp so that the hair comes back not only in more places, but thicker. And that's what they're doing at Healthcare Revolution. It's a very non-invasive process. Took very little time at all. It's not crazy expensive. You don't have to leave the country. You can stay here in St. Louis and get it done. Get great results with our friends at Healthcare Revolution.
Yeah, healthcare-evolution.com, and you get a free phone consult or 70% off an in-person consult with Healthcare-Evolution. Doug, the Swinghaven board member, has sent in a picture of himself and his wife at Bellerive. Tim, this should put an end to If Mrs. Swinghaven board member real. That's from the Swinghaven board member, Doug, and it's a picture of the two of them at Bellerive. What a delight. Did you get a chance to talk it over with them?
I didn't. It could be any two people. I saw all kinds of people with their photos out there at Bellerive over the weekend. We don't know for sure who this is.
No, of course not.
I did send the group a photo. Nice young man comes up. We're talking a little bit. A lot of TMA people on Friday and Saturday. They like to yell at just like those MIZ geeks. And this guy comes up, super nice guy, Doug. He says, I like to text in, I'm Doug's oil boy. And I said, wow, gosh. God, you people are real.
Oil Vaseline, yeah, he was rough.
They seem normal.
So hold on a second. The TMA listeners were yelling at the MIZ people?
No. I'm saying I had a lot of people when I was doing some reporting, Tim, journalism.
Right, television.
People would yell, TMA! Kind of in the equivalent of my backswing. Like 3, 2, 1, TMA! Oh, God. I'm saying instead of yelling MIZ, I was Gary Woodland on the receiving end of the TMA, but a lot of great interaction with fans of the show, including a young man who described himself as Doug's oil boy.
Did he explain the name at all?
No.
I don't think it needs explanation.
Well, I don't know the fella.
Seemed to make sense.
Iggy is in the Form Energy YouTube chat this morning, and he says, I may spend the entire 11 o'clock hour on the suck-up local media. Embarrassing. That's Ken Iggy Strode. Doug, that's after the morning after, which you get a chance to do today at 11 o'clock.
Don't you think maybe our town needs a little pick-me-up every now and then? So many of us, myself included, sometimes are so down on St. Louis right now. It's just nice to have something positive happen.
Well, you and Iggy sound like you're in a scrap at 11 o'clock. I
can't wait.
After the morning after.
He's entitled to his opinion. It just...
No, let him have it.
Seems like we need something to be happy and proud of every now and then.
Martin, in a roundabout way, just said the TMA listeners couldn't afford to go Sunday. That's from Jackson's NIL agent.
I was not there on Sunday.
I ran into a couple fellows from Steelville that said they listen all the time. Nice. I said, where is it exactly that? It says, way down by Rolla.
Down the 44. You like that Huzzah River? That's an Uncle Rich hangout.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah, you want some eggs on the campfire? What about night coffee? What do you got in there, Doug?
Went to the Current River once as a kid, camping with neighborhood camping trip. God, what a nightmare that was. River was about 33 degrees. Anything colder would have been frozen. Everyone's like, get in the river, get in, you'll have a great time. So I got in about knee deep, and about 5 minutes later, here comes neighbor Sharp, Ken Sharp. Look, there's a snake. There's a water moccasin coming. Grab him. Grab him.
Grab him.
Grab him. Sharpie, you come in here and grab this pit viper by the tail. He said, grab it and snap it snack. I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is get out of this river and hopefully go home.
Do you think Nance stayed in Steelville?
I don't think so.
Ken Sharp, wow.
That was his name. Is that what you would tell? So I must have been
Ken
10
Sharp.
or 11 years old at the time. Is that what you would tell? Here comes a water moccasin. Grab it. No, I'm not going to grab the snake. I'm going to run to get the hell out of here.
Straight to
grab it, get its
journalism.
tail, snap its neck. You do it. I'm not doing it.
It sounds like you might have PTSD.
And
This is how many years ago, Doug?
I feel bad for Ken Sharp.
I was 10 or 11 at the time. And so then they didn't have bathrooms. I had to go to an outhouse. I get ready to go to the bathroom in the outhouse. A frog jumps out of it. A frog jumped out of the toilet, covered in scat. Oh,
Clip that off.
oh!
You'd rather have a guy.
Please go home.
Who wants to be the scat frog on September 1st?
Oh,
What if there was a felon down there? Is that better?
there should be nothing in there. How do you deal with the frog jumping out of a toilet in an
How many
outhouse?
times did you grab the poop?
So why? This is not fun. I don't ever want to go camping again.
And you didn't?
Not if I can help it.
Doug, I don't know if you're looking at the Pham Energy YouTube chat while you talk about the scat frog, but Iggy is now sideways with Mama's cooking in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
She says, Iggy, you are a part of that media. You were an angry dwarf on TV and have been on local radio for years, so that makes you a media member, Iggy. So Mama's cooking in the kitchen and Iggy are going at it. If you want to watch them go at it, it's in the Pham Energy YouTube chat where 217 friends have gotten up this morning to watch the program and argue. So you can do that at youtube.com/TMA. STL. You are also welcome to call into our Collier and Thompson phone lines where Chairman Kurt is manning the lines at 314-974-0101. And of course, text in 314-399-9646. We'll have the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today on the Polos Plus dossier at about 9:45. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Design Air online at DesignAirService.com. The longest running sponsor on TMA. I'm a client. Martin's a client. Doug's a client. You can become a client as well, even though we have wonderful temperatures. Still, if the air conditioning goes out, it's going to be hot in your house. You can get it taken care of very quickly just by going to DesignAirService.com. And Seth Goldcamp and his team will be out there quick, fast, and in a hurry. No upselling. They just take care of it, and they earn your business over the long term with that trust and consistency. It's DesignAirService.com. We'll take a break, come back with Cardinal Talk, Doug, on a magical ninth inning in Philadelphia. That's next here on TMA 101 ESPN. the ninth inning.
Don't.
I didn't think there was any way possible they could lose that game.
Doug, let me set the scene for you. Like most area golf fans, on Sunday, August 23rd, 2026, with Rory McIlroy tied for the lead on the back nine at Bellerive Country Club, I was at Spirit Halloween in Fenton.
So
and they didn't have it playing.
Yeah.
So I'm watching on my phone because it's my son's birthday, and we have what now has become like the Green Jacket at Augusta, a tradition on his birthday where we go to Spirit Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Because it's August 23rd and it's almost time.
Sure. He's got this costume. He may as well wear it twice.
Acoustic session blasting throughout the area.
And also Swing Around Fun Time.
Oh, no, that's fun.
Yeah. They didn't have it on either.
Oh, what?
And so I'm watching on my phone, and then we drive back home, and we're listening, and my younger son, obsessed with the team, obsessed with the organization, asks me multiple times if the Cardinals won. It's essentially like having Mike Lee in the car with you at all times.
Oh, what a treat.
And so we're listening to the game, and it's 4-0. And if I'm not mistaken, it's JT Realmuto up at the plate and with 2 strikes. Turn the car off, go back inside. We have to go somewhere else. And then I go downstairs while my older son's getting ready, my wife's getting ready, and I'm down there watching the game. And over the next 10, 15 minutes, Riley O'Brien had 2 strikes on a number of hitters, but all of them were able to get on base or hit a ball over a tall amount of shrubbery in center field, as the case might be. And then we get back in the car, and my younger son says to my wife, "The Cardinals lost. I hate that team." Like a guy with a text inbox name.
Uh-huh.
And my wife goes, "Okay, they didn't lose." And I go, "No, matter of fact, I know the last time we were in this vehicle together 15 minutes ago, they were a strike away, up 4-0, but he ain't BSing you. They lost the game."
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "You got to be kidding." I said, "No, they really lost the game." Doug, debacle.
Just when you think you've seen their worst losses of the season, I think this was it. And I know what Ollie was doing with the relievers and why he took Leahy out early. I get all that. But I think if your closer is out there and he clearly doesn't have it, he clearly had no command where the balls were going, O'Brien. Wild out of the strike zone, Wild in the strike zone. Ah, yes, Wild. I think you got to get him out. If it's Gibson in his prime and you see that he doesn't have it, and they've already scored 3 or 4 runs in the ninth, and you only need 1 out, you got to take him out. You got to try something different, don't you? I know. I heard him on an interview say, "Well, he's our closer. He had to close it." Why? Where's that written? Why is that a rule?
Here is Ali Marmol on Riley O'Brien.
Yeah, I feel bad for Riley right now. This guy's given us a really good year, and the last 2 outings obviously hasn't gone his way. But he's our closer, and he just couldn't get it done tonight. He makes a lot of contact. His driving in runs at a crazy rate. He just takes a really professional at bat. It's much improved left on left. You look at the last 6 weeks or so, he's done a really nice job there. So he's in a good spot. Yeah, some really good at bats against him. I like what we did against their other lefty, Luzardo, and that's one of the games you can take. And then this one, you're up 4-0. You should be able to take that one as well. So we played these guys well. Yesterday wasn't great, but it's unfortunate. That's Riley's game. I'm not bringing Grisef or anybody else in that game. He's got to be able to finish on his own, but it's unfortunate.
Simple question. What does a day off do for this group right now, with one tomorrow at home?
Yeah, I mean, we need it, but at the same time, don't want it, especially after a game like that. You don't want to sit on that, so we'll take it and then get ready for Tuesday.
God, that's what you need, Calvin. What did you think of the crowds at Bellerive?
That would have been awesome.
So if Calvin would have been there, he would have asked about the crowds at Bellerive.
Aren't we the best? I think it's tempting after De La Cruz when it's tied. You go, okay, this guy's on the ropes.
I thought he was coming out to pull him.
I did too.
He walked out there.
Why does the closer have to finish it? Is there, if the Phillies needed 10 runs, would you have left him in the whole time till they got 10 because he's the closer? At what point do you see, no, he doesn't have it. The game is on the line.
I don't think it's a for sure decision, but I think coming off what happened in Cincinnati, which was the last time he had pitched, he had a couple of days off. He almost coughed that Thursday game up, the one that they gift wrapped to you. So you've seen him kind of getting wobbly and more wobbly in recent outings. So maybe you're more inclined to do it. And it's not Mariano Rivera where you say he's the guy. You know, he's somebody who's had success this year. I understand the overall mindset. Hey, it's the closer. He's a strike away. I think he was 3 times. He was a strike away.
I thought it was 4.
Was it 4?
Well, as far as
right.
I think every hitter had 2 strikes on him. But I realized Bryce Harper led off, and it was a double, so that they weren't a strike away from winning the game. But yes, they were a strike away from winning the game multiple times.
Because I was in the car at the time, and I could hear Rooney's discuss, well, we're a strike away yet again.
And then you have a 6-5 road trip, and then you have the day off, and you come back. Now, if you ISO in on the game yesterday, absurdly frustrating. I think it's important to have, and whatever. There's a variety of anger, and Ali Marmol needs to be fired, and I understand all of that stuff that comes with the territory. When we've done this for as long as we have, we've seen the calls for La Russa to be fired, Matheny to be fired, Schilt to be fired, Marmol to be fired. It's part of the process. It's not unique to St. Louis. It's sports fandom. That's all understood. Bigger picture, Doug, what you said at the outset of the show is where I was. When Dobbins had to come out with an injury and the Cardinals were looking on in horror with that on Friday night, and then in addition, earlier in the day, they announced that Palante was going on the IL, and you knew what had happened the day before, and I realize that's probably forgotten by most at this point, but that was the Cincinnati game where they were handed the win and then still nearly blew it after Dane Myers dropped that ball with Riley O'Brien not being able to throw strikes. For me, I'm like, well, that's it. Because they don't have depth as it is in the bullpen, and one of the reasons why they were able to linger around is the starting rotation hadn't dealt with anybody going on the IL going back to September of 2024 with Sonny Gray. And then in a matter of 24 hours, you lose 40% of the rotation. It's just, so in that sense, had that not happened, had you not had Palante go on the IL, Dobbins, and also the other thing that may frustrate fans, but they were very transparent, that they were going to start to limit Leahy's innings. So 60% of the rotation has been materially altered since that win in Cincinnati. I'm going, well, this sucks, because I think in a vacuum, if it were like a video game, I think they could actually get the 6th and final playoff spot in the National League. But if you're limiting Leahy's innings, if you lose Palante, and if Dobbins now is going to be out as well, plus you combine that with the bullpen that's already spread thin, it's just unrealistic to think that they are truly going to be able to overcome all of that. Now, of course, there's always a chance, but that's where I was. And had none of those things been going on, Friday night would have been a kick to the balls. And I guess it was, if you operate in just that moment, that Fermin doesn't play it well, but he was playing his 3rd position of the game. He's obviously not your go-to center fielder, but they're in this spot. And so that sucked. But by the time that rolls around, I'm like, okay, hey, we got to August 22nd, and we got a sweat out of it, but 60% of the rotation's gone, and the bullpen's terrible, and it's spread thin. It just isn't going to happen. With that said, it's 4-0 in the 9th inning. You can still con yourself into going, okay, well, they win this game. You would have taken 1 out of 3 in Philadelphia with these circumstances. Now you play the Orioles and Pirates. Maybe you can just keep the sweat going. So for that to happen in that fashion, absolutely awful. I mean, awful.
Yeah, they have, up until now, they've been able to keep their starters healthy throughout the whole season.
2 years worth.
Yeah, by limiting their innings and yanking them in the 4th inning, the 5th inning, whatever. But at what expense? At the expense of apparently a completely dead bullpen by the middle of August. How come other teams' bullpens aren't spent? They all use relievers too. I don't know why the Cardinals' bullpen is so dead while other teams don't seem to have the issue to this extent anyway. And I think anytime, if you're playing to win the game, whether he's the closer or not, you have to be able to. I'm not saying fire Ollie. Ollie's done a fantastic job with the team expected to go nowhere this year. I'm just saying I think you can't question him. And I think by not taking O'Brien out yesterday, I just thought that was absurd. How you can't see that this guy's not going to get it done. He's got nothing.
What point would you have pulled him?
For sure after the tying hit. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why they pitched to Schwarber either.
There was a base open.
Yeah, what are you doing? This is the leading home run hitter in the majors.
Derek Gould's explanation on that was his strikeout rate is 33%. Trey Turner's is 22%. That strikes me as a...
How about you got the major league leader in home runs up there? Let's throw him a fastball down the middle, see what happens. I mean, do you not care whether you win or lose? Is that it? Is it because you didn't expect to win it all this season? Now you just don't care? I don't get the mindset.
Graceffo was up. That's something I feel like I can say every time the Cardinals have a game.
Yeah.
Kevin Segras.
Yeah.
Matt Bowman.
Matt Bowman's a nice play.
He's still getting loose down a bush right now, Matt Bowman.
It seems like Brule pitches about every game, too.
What has he done that's fantastic, Doug? Please tell he has lost more games. Hold on a second. Please tell he has lost more games. There's more.
Proofread before you hit send.
Speaking hard it is.
I think he's done a good job with a team expected to go nowhere. I think he has.
It does seem they've patched it together as best they can.
Yeah.
When Justin Brule, like you said, is out there every night and is almost counted on, the fact they made Riley O'Brien some way, somehow into an all-star closer is beyond shocking. And they said they didn't have a lot of pitching depth. So one of the reasons, I think, they wouldn't even move a Liberatore out of the rotation, because then you go to Dobbins, and then what if Dobbins gets hurt? You got nobody. They had nobody ready at the minor league level to step up and pitch.
Calvin's coming for your ass now, so be ready.
They brought up Quinn Matthews, and he just got blistered on Saturday.
He is not a fantastic manager. He's under 500 over 5 years with actually great players. That's from Evil Calvin.
I don't know if they have great players.
That's a take.
I don't know that you could say they've got great players. They do not have the best roster in the National League.
Mike Lee sitting next to Tim on a Sunday. It does seem... It's frustrating because you're wasting monster years from Walker and Burleson.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I mean, what's their final RBI count going to be? They're having fantastic seasons.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of positives, but they're still really short in a lot of areas. So I start thinking about next year, Doug, if there's going to be a season, where is the improvement?
Yeah,
where is the
my biggest
plus?
gripe is the way, not just the Cardinals, but a lot of teams treat their closer. Like, we're ahead. He has to be the one to pitch. It's not a safe situation. He can't possibly come in to pitch. We're up by 4 runs, not 3. He wouldn't get a save. No way we're using him. No way we're using him in the 7th or 8th with the bases loaded and 1 out, with the game on the line. Can't possibly use our best relief pitcher because he's the closer. I just kind of disagree with that whole philosophy of using the bullpen.
And isn't it surprising, as much as baseball has changed, all the new ways of looking at things, even a Schwarber being a leadoff type hitter, that still kind of is held as a tried and true principle.
Our closer's getting lit up. Doesn't matter. He's the closer. We'll go ahead and give up 6 runs. Cardinals gave up, the Phillies have 10 hits in the game, and 5 of them were given up by O'Brien in the last inning.
So you liked that?
You can't see that. You can't say, hey, he doesn't have it. Sorry. So now you want him to bear the brunt of the loss just being on him? How do you think he feels today or yesterday on the plane ride home? Up 4-0, and he gives up 6 in the 9th. Do you think that helped him? Because, well, at least I know I'm the closer. No, you didn't do him any favors by keeping him in there.
Who would have been left over to pitch? I'm asking, and I'm in a major way crowdsourcing here.
I think Graceffo was out there.
Right.
The guy, the lefty Ferguson, I guess he'd have been out. I would have put anyone out there for the way they were roughing up O'Brien.
Well, the reason I ask the question is that because you were limiting Leahy, this was the plan going in to 65 pitches, and he went 4 innings, shutout ball, 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 63 pitches. You now have to have the bullpen carry 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and Gastelum pitched 5, Brule pitched 6, Stanek pitched 7, Soriano pitched 8, And so at that point, I wonder who was available outside of the guy who was up, and perhaps that was the reasoning. I know you're upset, and I understand that. I'm asking just from the standpoint of I wonder if they were like, okay, if he can't go and finish this thing off, then we have Graceffo, and Graceffo has to just pitch the rest of the way because we don't have anybody else. That's why they got to the point where Pages was out there, and Kyle Schwarber was able to touch up Pages as well as O'Brien.
Well, he was throwing hard, though, Pages. They had Graceffo and Ferguson left.
Well, I wonder if Leahy's only going to go 4 if you start to think of it more as a piggyback, and Graceffo then comes in and pitches 3 innings instead of going 1-1-1.
That might have been better.
Bottom line is, if you're up 4-0, you win the game. That's that. Just like you're up 10-5 or 10-6, whatever the hell it was in Cincinnati, and he nearly lost that one. I still can't believe. I can't believe they won that game, considering he couldn't throw a strike.
He's had a really good season, all-star season. I mean, he deserves a pat on the back for that because he's been really good. But right now, he's just not very good. So how many games are you prepared to say he's our closer? We don't care what happens in the 9th. Give up 6 runs. Oh, well, he's our closer. How long do you do that?
It reminds me a little bit of Alex Reyes in 2021, where he was great. He was an all-star, and then you start to see things just kind of getting away a little bit, just not lights out, and maybe even losing some confidence, just kind of nibbling around the plate. A lot of walks, a lot of balls, behind in counts. And then with Reyes, it just seemed like it took forever for them to say, all right, let's go to somebody else just for one night. Let's go to somebody else. And Reyes, remember there was a Sunday, and they said, all right, that's it. We're not going to, he gave up a walk-off. We're going to take him out of the closer role for a while. And everybody said, oh, thank God. The following Sunday, he's out there trying to close it, gives up a walk-off homer, and then gets the 2021 wild card loss to the Dodgers as well. Like, I think sometimes you can say, and Ollie would argue, what am I going to do? Who am I going to give it to?
Guys, it's the roster construction. There are 3 players on the 40-man who spent all or almost all season on the minors' long-term IL. Fitz should have been called up and put on the 60-day to open a roster spot for the reliever Memphis shuttle. Also, I do not think Pham cares if they lose. It's sad. You were able to sell and still say competitive, push for the playoffs. That's from the 239.
Well, he should care if they lose. It's kind of the purpose of playing. It's not exhibition baseball. You should care if you lose.
And Fitz was supposed to be that swing guy that could be pitching in Memphis, could come up here. And that was the idea. I don't doubt. I think they care, but they're also trying to keep an eye on the long term.
Sure.
But my question is long. I mean, Leahy's, 29? So what is it? Tell me the long term. If he's one of your guys, when are you going to be good? In 3 years, 2 years? And I know they don't like to put a timetable on, but I'm sure they have a loose idea.
And he's not likely to have another season like this. He's just been unbelievably good the last month and a half. Just hard to believe how good he's been.
We beat Sanchez and Wheeler about 2 weeks ago when you Charmin soft media poofs were sizing up our Game 3 starter at Chavez Ravine during the NLDS. This team sucks. Baez sucks. And the BMW was boring as hell. We deserve the UFL and MLS. That's from Little Tommy Tribbins saying that this market only deserves the UFL and MLS, Doug.
That hurt.
We don't even get a hockey team. We don't get they have to leave. But it was fun while they made it interesting. And if you could just have a chance, as Doug likes to say, and they did, large up until about a week ago. And then you say, all right, now you're 5.5 out. All right, it's over. That's fine. Football season, Doug.
If we don't have a team.
Oh.
Fight Tiger.
What about your
Golden
fantasy?
Lion?
I just maybe expect too much year in and year out. I know that it's a rebuilding year and that they had little chance. The fact is, as a few weeks ago, they did have a chance. They did have a chance. I don't like getting comfortable with losing. Say, it's okay, Love. We didn't expect much this year. No, I wanted them to plow ahead and try to get in the playoffs. And it's frustrating when they've blown several games that they just should not have blown at all, and they'd be very close to a playoff spot.
No. The lead is how embarrassing this town has become. Why in the F is Channel 5 sending a sports reporter to cover live from the sidelines at the Chiefs and Bucks game and then having a huge Chiefs postgame show? What an effing joke!
Hey.
That's from Lady Sonia's teacup. Is Channel 5 carrying Chiefs games?
I believe they have the preseason games.
Yeah. Channel 4 shows their regular season games usually.
Nice.
Maybe in this town,
We're considered part of their local market when the network executives decide what markets get certain NFL games.
I look forward to the Cats' next media project for the next badge.
Next badge, right? Sold their merit badge.
Yeah, I think Channel 5 is your home for Chiefs preseason football.
Martin, more than happy to share that with the audience.
I'm just sharing it and passing it along.
I saw a bunch of chubby divorcees getting drunk on a 24-ounce Mick Ultra at Banana Ball on Saturday. Thanks, Doug. That's from the TMA Reddit.
Thanks me. This was my fault?
That Banana Ball, they had David Freese, Matt Carpenter, David Eckstein.
Matt Adams.
They rolled
huge
them out.
crowds. Absolutely huge crowds.
Good for them.
They had one cutaway of a woman who stood up, had to weigh 300 pounds. She was dancing, turned around, slapped her ass with the camera. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see it.
Hello, friends. Let's take a live look at Banana Ball.
Comes the big man.
The credit card debt must be staggering this year for people south of Manchester going to both Destin and the BMW. That's from the Hunchback of Uncastle. Hold on a second. There's a credit card debt crisis south of Manchester because of Destin and the BMW?
I guess it could be.
I didn't know Manchester was a dividing line.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure it is.
Yeah, it's been...
I have a carport.
That's been a source of consternation with, I think it was Hugo Posh in the Orson Woods Wacko, Doug? Because Hugo Posh lives south of Manchester and the Orson Woods Wacko obviously does not. Now, Mr. Licks is going to flood Orson Woods to turn it into Lake Ladue, so he's also. So Orson Woods Wacko's fighting it on two fronts. Mr. Licks has said he is going to call in and he needs 25 minutes starting at around 8 o'clock.
He can't have 25. You can have 2 or 3. How about that?
So because he enjoys Live, which is fine, is he anti-PGA? Like, did not enjoy... I thought he said
says Jackson has censored 3 topics today, but he won't tell us what they are.
I'm not going to speak for him, but
I thought he said he was going to be
I also
there.
don't want to hear from him, so it's a tough two-sided coin there.
So we're a terrible town or we're the best ever? Which is it?
Somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
We're a great golf town.
I 100% agree with Lady Sonia's teacup. That 5 Fox Chiefs coverage all damn weekend long was embarrassing. A damn countdown clock on every newscast? Shameful. That's Sharon in Clayton, and she's coming for KSTK. I didn't know that this was going on. I don't get a chance to watch as much local news as I'd like.
As you'd like. That's the key. As much as you'd like.
You can always not watch.
That there was a countdown clock for the Chiefs-Buccaneers kickoff. Wow.
Well, you always have the option of not watching if it upsets you.
Lady Sonia's teacup watched.
I know.
Can I ask a golf question?
I am taking questions. I don't know, Doug, if you are.
I'm iffy.
You guys are really into it. Has Wyndham Clark, remember at the U.S. Open, like the crowd didn't like him. The crowd left early, and they were bringing up the fact that he had trashed, was it Oakmont, the lockers, whatever?
Yes, yeah.
Has he kind of won the day? Has he become
They were still cheering for Rory yesterday.
But, I mean, do you think he said, I know how popular Rory is, but is he gaining, is he becoming a popular player or not really?
He said following the festivities yesterday, per ESPN, Clark revealed what one of his friends told him after the final round Sunday at Bellerive, quote, Darth Vader had more fun. Now, what does that mean, Darth Vader had more fun?
I don't know.
Jackson, you're a Star Wars guy. What?
Well, I guess saying that Wyndham was real locked in, not seeming like he was having a great time while winning. Darth Vader in constant pain, likely the reasoning why he would compare him to such. But that's not a great reference, I would say.
Limited exposure. He seemed like a really likable guy, nice guy. I liked his answer Saturday. They said, how will you sleep? How will you handle this? He said, I've got a great girlfriend. That was his answer. I've got a great girlfriend.
When he gets going with the putter, he can sink it from anywhere.
Say what you want about St. Louis sports fans. The single mom demographic made a statement this weekend. Banana Ball was packed. That's from the October Pontooner. So that's where the single moms were? Is that what Dr.
I don't know about that, but I watched some on Friday, I guess.
And you said, look at these single moms?
I didn't see that either. I saw a lot of kids in the stands.
Han's not going to make as much in tips this weekend? Is that what you said?
I just don't
Did you
know.
go?
No, I watched
Did you go to
on
Napoli?
TV. Okay. No, I watched on
Jackson
TV.
asked you. That's why I was...
What channel was it on?
Han
has a channel?
The ESPN app.
Hello, Han. Thanks for
Han
the bombs.
Vision.
Are there multiple bananas? Because there were games. Like, is it a league now, Doug?
Yeah, they're in a league.
It's a whole league.
It's like how many blippies there are.
But if you go to a game and it's not the bananas, aren't you kind of let down?
I think it's
like the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, when the teams play each other. I don't know. Maybe the Bananas play everybody.
I saw the one gentleman had to leave St. Louis in a hurry to get to L.A. because he had a dance rehearsal for, I think, Dancing with the Stars.
Really?
Good living.
St. Louis fans were yelling, "Get in the bunker" when Clark hit his tee shots. That's from the Gray Summit Grey Goose Guzzler.
Wow.
Oh, I heard it.
Really? Wow. That is lame.
Were you not watching it?
I was watching it.
Okay.
I
I heard
off. Audio off.
Okay.
I think people usually want to see the biggest stars win. They would have probably been rooting for Scheffler or
Yeah, I get that.
Rory.
You can root for
somebody
Rory
that's not
without
well
rooting
known.
against someone else.
Yeah, you don't need to yell like that.
We're not the best fans?
I don't know.
How about Scheffler? I didn't.
Hand, foot, and
Holy
mouth
crap!
disease.
Take a listen to this. And he still has. If he doesn't bogey on 18, he finishes in the top 10, which would have helped the Tam Avenue Capital Partners. Doug, that reminds me, 10,000 if you could for the cash call.
Yeah.
Take a listen. Here's what Scotty Scheffler was dealing with this weekend, and I had no idea.
Just a little head cold. No, I got, the hand, foot, mouth, so you get your blisters on your hands and in your throat and on your feet. To start the week, it was pretty painful to grip the club, but if I was smarter, maybe would have pulled out. But I was playing so good, I felt like if I could knock it out quickly and just get through the first couple rounds, I'd still have a chance. But I think that's part of my stubbornness, probably, and that's probably a strength of mine and a weakness at times. Like I've never been one to ever pull out of a tournament, and, especially in the middle of it. That's really frustrating for me, and so I definitely didn't want to do that going into this week, even though it was suggested.
Hand, foot, and mouth disease. It just sounds like
Blisters
we're
all
in medieval
over?
times. Like the plague. Apparently Thursday, because they'll hand out transcripts, what all the golfers say in their post-round get-together. And I think it was ESPN.com, because I was wondering, did Scheffler say he had a rough opening round? And he just said to reporters, "I'm sick," and kept walking, which made sense. I guess you can get contaminated. I don't know.
So, specifically, I know you were off on Friday. The fact that he played as poorly as he did and didn't go to the range or putting green or chipping area stood out, because when he has a round where he's a little off, he lives there and has his caddy, Ted Scott, and his coach watch his swing, because he was missing both to the right and the left, and that's just not how he normally plays. And so it stood out to me that he made the observation that he was, not feeling well, but I thought it was just like the reporter asked right there, was it a head cold? And then it wasn't just a head cold, and foot and mouth disease and blisters. And still, despite that, he was in position to finish with a top 10. I mean,
he won a -7.
Unbelievable.
I wonder if it went away or if he just toughed it out.
He grinded through it. Doug the Baldwin Beer Bitch wants to talk it over with you, though.
Okay.
She's on the Collier and Thompson phone lines. Good morning, Baldwin Beer Bitch.
Good morning.
Hello, bitch.
How's it going? Oh, that hand, foot, mouth stuff is nasty stuff. I had a friend who got it, and he said it was the worst illness he'd ever had as an adult.
Really?
I guess you get like blisters in your hands, feet, and then like mouth sores. I'm like, oh. Oof.
But I just called in real quick. I got at 8:30. I got to get ready for, but I just wanted to give you the lowdown on the Savannah banana. So I did not go again this year. Personally, I feel like it was a one and done. I did go last year. Whoever texted in, it's accurate. It's like single, 38-year-old women who are either divorced and have 3 kids from 2 different dads, or are taking out loans to go.
Really?
And bless them. But yeah, it really captures the theater kid demographic. It's the women that are really into the dancing and singing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's something for everyone. But I was asked if I wanted to go again this year, and I declined just because I was saw it once. But you are correct, Martin. They have multiple teams now. They have 4 or 5 teams. they play each other, and the one guy is going to be on Dancing with the Stars. But yes, you know, I'm not rooting for its demise, but I do wonder how long it's going to kind of have that unique factor.
Seemed pretty popular, though.
Yeah.
Back in the house.
It was. It's just, I've never seen so many 30-something-year-old women, like, gone wild.
Really? Is it because the guys sometimes take their shirts off or they dance, or is that what it is?
Yeah, it was like the guys last year were taking their shirts off a lot, and, you know, you got the tight baseball pants, but, yeah, it is accurate. And, like, people go down there at, like, 4 hours before the game to, like, do the parade and pregame and try to meet the players. And, I mean, there's women who are down there trying to meet the players who don't have kids. They're, like, 35 plus trying to meet these, like, 22-year-old baseball players. It's kind of bizarre.
Is that it's Cougar season? Wow.
Yeah, I guess St. Louis suck. I don't want to kink shame, but it was definitely interesting. It was not what I expected.
Jackson, are you aware of these Cougars that want to hang out with the Bananas? I'm totally oblivious to this.
This is news to me.
Yeah, the story is breaking right now here on TMA on 101 ESPN.
Anyway, that's all I got. But
Thank you, Baldwin
have a
Beerbitch.
great week, boys.
Okay, good luck on your 8:30 appointment.
Yep. Martin, I wasn't aware of this. I had no idea that this was a scene.
I thought it was more of a family event.
So did I.
I thought it was kids.
Could it not be both, maybe?
I guess it could be both. I'll bet somebody listening went with their family, with their kids. It's not
I saw a lot of kids there on
you
TV.
saw a 300-pound woman. Was she twerking? No.
Kind of. He turned around and smacked her ass.
You like when they do that?
No, I didn't need to see that from her.
I want her to apologize.
What about all the dudes trying to meet the players? That's from Salad Fingers. Well, we don't kink shame.
It is a little odd to see a game like that, which is just kind of a clown show. I mean, people love it. I'll give them that. But the stadium is absolutely packed, and the Cardinals play an important game, and there's, 10, 12,000 people in the stadium.
We're at Busch? Wouldn't it more than that?
I'm saying when the Cardinals play.
Oh, when the I'm sorry, yeah. For
it
the
was
Bananas.
completely
Oh my
packed.
God.
Completely packed.
Why didn't we get sound bites from the Bananas saying, aren't we great?
We should have. We should have.
That's on me.
Go give us a Slurpee because, hey, we're trying hard.
Freeze got a hit Saturday night.
Yeah,
opposite field base hit.
Nice.
Matt Carpenter twerked at the Bananas game. That is true.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm. If you're over the age of 7 and went to the game without any kids, you should not be allowed to have oxygen. That's from Dirty Dan the Garbage Man, and you suspended him last week.
That's why he's calling for the death of many people.
A friend of the show tells me it's the Chippendales meeting a Disney cruise vibe.
I could see that.
All right, think about it.
I could see that.
That's how you draw it up in the marketing 101.
But as these Cougars try to meet the players, they know that these guys aren't the ones making 10 to 20 million a year, right? I assume
What are you trying to say with that? What are you trying to say with that?
Well, you could see how women would be terribly interested in current professional baseball players with all the money that they make. They're the same age. They're alpha males. You'd think they'd go after those guys. Maybe they do. I don't know.
I don't like your take.
You don't? Okay.
New segment. I don't like your take.
Triple B is on to something for all the Bananas Dig Me social media posts this week, and all came from moms. That's from Gary Pinkel's cell phone etiquette. Why are moms taking heaters here today?
I don't know.
I wasn't aware of this.
No, I wasn't.
First of all, you don't have a mom because you're not married, so your kids don't have that mom that you're dating.
That's how it works. That's exactly how it works.
Cherry bomb, smoke bombs with your moms.
What does it even mean?
We've listened to it for years, and we can't tell what it means.
City won again. Packed stadium. Haven't lost in 12 games. But no, let's talk about TikTok baseball. That's from the Prince of Glendale, Doug, and he wants a piece of your ass.
Okay. The Prince of Glendale. Lick my hoop.
I did have a question for Lick. If you flood Warson Woods, is there going to be like a Gator Jacks or anything like that? Or is there going to, on the lake, will there be some places to hang out?
There should be.
I mean, I'm not for it. I'm pro Warson Woods. But if they did flood it, yeah, what would it look like?
Flooded
Papers, I'd say,
Chesterfield
let's
once.
meet at the lake this weekend. It'd be nice and easy. It's right off McKnight.
Yeah.
That's still Rock Hill. I guess.
Yeah, that's a
Just
shore.
going to open the fire
It's the
hydrant?
South Shore.
Towards Bennett on Manchester. King Doe. That King Doe's been there a long time. You'd have to flood that, I guess.
City has a small audience, and I'm not a part of it. That's from Jake in St. Genevieve. He does not want you to talk doggies, Doug. They beat Houston. Oh, but the send-off for Leuven. Emotional.
Oh, did they send him off?
Pretty weird. The trade leaks out. Popular player, longtime player, traded to San Jose. You're in the midst of this heater. Contract-related decision. He gets traded. Team doesn't confirm it. But in the postgame on the field, that player's running around with his former teammates, and they're tossing him in the air. And the concern, if I'm San Jose, I'm like, whoa, is the contract dry? Please don't toss him in the air. It's a weird deal. They keep losing players, Doug. They keep winning games. Cardinals are now losing players. Every day there's our guy, Brian Bartow, every day with the update of who's going on the injured list.
Yeah. Every time I get a text, I think, oh, who's out now?
At the same time, they're also losing games.
No one cares about soccer. No one. They traded away a fan favorite in the middle of allegedly, quote, playing well, even though there's a bunch of ties mixed in there and already sold off their best player for peanuts. It's a poverty franchise. That's from Carlos Spicy Wiener.
Gosh.
I actually would tell you, of the 3 or 4 professional sports teams we have in the area, depending on your perspective, I think City fans are probably the angriest right now, even though their team is playing well because of the transactions here over the last couple of weeks. There's some banty roosters.
Yeah. In some ways, it feels like being in a city where your baseball team's a AAA franchise.
Oh, God.
Where you want to get behind them.
Jackson, let's tap out here, and Doug will run point.
You want to get behind them.
Jackson's unsubscribing.
Yep.
But as soon as they get a player that's really good, he's
text
gone.
from the Carondelet Tower Grove area are coming for you now, Doug.
Yep.
Put down the laptop at the coffee shop and come after Doug.
That's what happens in AAA baseball. A guy gets really good, and the fans get behind him, and then he's gone.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that's what's happening here.
It's kind of the idea.
What if the Cardinals came out and said, hey, I know we're losing games, but at least we're not trading anybody that you really like.
Yeah.
Just send them to the IL.
The city of St. Louis is as narcissistic at the yellow Speedo perv.
Proofread before you hit send, if you don't mind.
They just love to hear their name called. That's from Starfish Street.
At the yellow
Starfish Street.
He meant to say as the yellow Speedo perv. The Speedo was red, and that's Iggy they're talking about.
Yeah, Jackson had a yellow diaper. Iggy had a red Speedo. Who are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Why are we here?
And then they say they just love, and they capitalize J in just. Proofread! Doggone it!
Doug, you're a little edgy today.
Ever since that Ken Sharp story. And
the snake story.
No, I'm edgy because I darn near chopped off my finger yesterday.
Oh, no.
I mean, I almost cut
look
it
at
off.
that pinky.
I got it caught in a mole trap. I put down a mole trap in my front yard, you know, the kind that scissors the mole.
Yeah.
So it didn't catch anything. I picked it up. As I'm trying to put it away, it clamped down on my finger.
Oh, no.
It got both ends. And if I hadn't had neighbors there in the front yard, I'd still have the thing attached to my hand. They had to take pliers and release it, and I spent 3 hours in the ER last night.
Really?
Yes.
Holy crap.
It cut it all the way to the bone.
This is the Lifetime Roofing lead.
I could see tendons in there.
Ah!
Did you go to the ER?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I got only 4 stitches, so it wasn't that bad, but it's throbbing right now. He said, like that's hot? It's not hot to have a throbbing
tell
finger.
your story. That's all I was doing.
This finger was caught in the scissors of Satan. Oh,
And all the while, Ken Sharp wanted you to grab a water moccasin.
Right.
With that bad hand.
Oh.
Scissoring. That's from Patrick Bateman, so he likes your story.
Now I feel bad for all the moles in our community who've lost loved ones to these jaws of death. Oh. So I'm not going to be much good to you, no.
This is like the first time in months where you really won't be much good to us.
No.
You've almost lost a digit.
Yeah,
But it's not hand, foot, and mouth. That's something else.
Yeah.
You're sure.
Yeah, you scoffed at Scotty Scheffler's plate.
I knew as soon as it clamped down on my finger. I was in the Clippers of woe.
Get involved on the program. They're talking it over. 322 friends are gathered in that TMA STL YouTube channel, and that's the Queen of Hearts custodian talking to Jake and St. Genevieve and Gene Thomas, and they're all in there talking to STL Chris and Dr. Xander Malanthrop. You can join in, or you can just watch the conversation on the TMA STL YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, Doug. We're at 7,180 subscribers. Get to 7,200. I know you get those silver chunks. You can also email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com for our design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. That comes your way on the Polos Plus dossier at 9:45. You've heard us talk about Polos Plus for months now. And by now, you know, they are the place to go for small and mid-sized businesses that need quality branded apparel. Locally owned, run by Corey Lawson with Andrew Hubbard handling sales and marketing. Premium brands like Carhartt, Travis Matthew, Nike, Under Armour, and more to get your logo on polos, quarter zips, jackets, hats, you name it. No minimums, no nonsense, and they stand behind everything they make. Check it out at polosplus.com. Keep them in mind, make an introduction, put in a good word when they come up, because already many people who are in the TMA advertiser community have started working with them, like Seth Goldcamp of Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling, James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies, and that's exactly the kind of word-of-mouth local business, supporting local business stuff that makes this show what it is. Check them out at polosplus.com if you're interested in TMA merch. There is a TMA tab at the top of polosplus.com. It's 8:10 in St. Louis. We're in the Fisher Window and Door Store 8 o'clock hour as we close out the Healthcare Evolution 7 o'clock hour. The program's called The Morning After, and it airs on 101 ESPN from the Stiefel Studios.
hey, that St. Louis summer isn't over. And if that air conditioning of yours is making some noise, it's making some sounds, and maybe you're like, I don't know if this is what it should be doing, get Classic Air Care out there to have them check on it. Make sure that you don't have any issues as the summer starts to get towards the end and winds down. And Classic Air Care also wants to make sure that they're giving back to this great community, and they've teamed up with Lennox for the Feel the Love program. All you do is go on to ClassicAirCare.com and nominate a local hero. Now, how you define a local hero is what's important. It could be a first responder. It could be a military veteran. It could be a nurse, a teacher. It could just be a next-door neighbor that is always helping somebody out. How you define hero is what's important. Nominate them today at ClassicAirCare.com for the Feel the Love program, and they could end up winning a brand-new heating and cooling unit at no cost for their home. Get them ready for the rest of the summer and, of course, the winter. It's the Feel the Love program. It's Classic Air Care. It's their way of giving back to the community that is so good to them. They'll get to your house typically within 24 hours as well if you need them. So if you're in the need for service on your air conditioner right now during the summer, call Classic Air Care. They will be there to help you out. And nominate a hero today for their Feel the Love program at ClassicAirCare.com.
This is Jackson with the Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Tough one for the Cardinals yesterday as they are swept in Philadelphia. Back in St. Louis tomorrow evening as they take on Baltimore. That's going to be a 6:45 p.m. first pitch. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Welcome back to the Morning After, 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel. You can watch the show on the TMA STL YouTube channel and go back and watch it anytime you would like. And also hang out in that Form Energy YouTube chat if you want to talk it over with other TMA listeners throughout the program. Subscribe to it. It's the TMA STL YouTube channel. We broadcast from the Stiefel studios. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. Jackson Burkett, now doing business as J. Bennett Burkett.
Oh. Sounds fancy.
Yeah, he had some acquisitions over the weekend, and his portfolio is really trending. With you here on the program, on our Polos Plus dossier every Monday in the 8 o'clock hour, Chris Kerber joins us, and he joins us on the Callier and Thompson phone lines. Morning, Kerbs.
Morning, Tim. How are you?
Good, thank you, sir. Some news over the weekend with regard to NHL expansion. The Athletic with the story, as Bill Daly was talking, that they are going to expand to Texas. It's just a matter of whether or not they are going to Houston or Austin. And then Daly also told The Athletic that the NHL is also actively engaged in talks with groups hoping to land the league's 34th team. Those talks are not nearly as advanced as the Texas franchise, which they're hoping to debut within 3 years. The conversations in other markets for the 34th team, Phoenix and Atlanta. So more expansion for the NHL. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if it's good or not. I think, and when I say, I mean, I really don't know. You clearly have interest to get into the league, so that I think is positive. The league continues to grow. Revenues are growing. That is good. That's evidence with the salary cap continuing to go up. The value of the franchises that they're getting for these expansion teams right now it continues to rise, not just in the NHL, but obviously across sports. But yeah, there are some definitely, whether it be Houston or Austin, there's an owner down there that's already committing, over $3 billion combined, including building an arena. And he's working between the two cities, according to the reporting, to figure out, he was kind of smart. Which city's going to step up first is going to get this franchise because they've got kind of pretty much a good relationship and at least approval for the process through the NHL. But the intriguing part is, you're right, it isn't just one. Like, you're not just going to expand to 33 franchises without a plan for that 34th to keep some level of balance and stuff in there. So the two cities that have had franchises before are big United States cities, Phoenix and Atlanta. Phoenix has had a team that just couldn't get the arena and the ownership situation set there. That to me is the first one. Atlanta's had a couple of kicks at it, right? And both times hasn't been able to keep it. Like, I know that the league wants to get back to Arizona. If they can get that building there, that would be a huge thing. It's a franchise that, in all honesty, because of ownership issues, pretty much right from the start, never really had a chance to get any kind of sustained traction. And then where they built the building ended up not really working out well for the franchise. So expansion's coming, and the impact now on that, Tim, from a Blues standpoint, I mean, you're talking a few years down the road, but, teams, especially those expansion rules, aren't going to, with those kind of dollars, they're not going to change and go back to the old way when it was Columbus and, in Minnesota and those teams coming in. These guys are going to be able to pick good players off of these teams. So it'll be a fascinating ride when that process gets going.
I feel like Vegas was a recent example of that, where they're like, all right, we're going to make sure this team doesn't suck for years.
Well, so Vegas, they changed the expansion rules to and the base, and they were very open about it, Martin, when they said, look, when these guys are paying $500 million to come into the league, and you know what, so they should have a product. The other aspect of it, and I think it was really smart on the NHL's part, is why do you want to go into a city, a brand new city, introduce them to your sport, and you give them a junk team, right? You give them average to, say, below average players. You got to give them a chance to do it. Now, what happened with Vegas is so well documented. This was the first time you had seen expansion since 2000. This is the first time that you had, that a lot of these general managers and stuff did that. And they started wheeling and dealing, and they were making deals with George McPhee out there in Vegas saying, okay, we'll trade you this guy if you don't take this guy. We'll trade you this pick if you don't take this player. And that's how players protected it. I remember specifically talking to Doug Armstrong and said, you're going to do something like that? He said, no, we're going to lose a good player no matter what. They ended up losing David Perron. He said, we're going to lose a good player no matter what. I'm not going to give him a second round or a first round pick, and then still lose a decent player on top of it. And that's how Vegas got Marchessault and some of those other players. I think the general managers were much smarter in that process. They took more of that Doug Armstrong approach when Seattle came into the league, right? And Seattle didn't quite get the same kind of haul in terms of picks and other ancillary players that Vegas did. Now, maybe Seattle wasn't as shrewd in how they dealt with it as well, but they did. And I think it's smart. Like, why go in, owners pay that kind of money to get in. You put a product out there, and I don't think it should be a product that has to stink for 6 years just because you came into the league. So I think there's some smarts to what they did in that, too.
When you talk about these possible expansion cities, a lot are in the deep south, Atlanta, Austin, Houston, and Phoenix out in the desert. You don't think of those as hockey hotbeds. And the Milwaukees and the Clevelands and the Baltimores are never mentioned. Is it just all about market size at this point?
I think market size is a huge part of it, supporting it. I think Cleveland could support it. I don't, look, Milwaukee has the NFL. Milwaukee has the NBA and Major League Baseball. So, yeah, I think it's part of it, too. Doug may just be where the owners, where are people stepping up wanting to put it, right? You just don't, to your point, you just don't hear about something, hey, there's a group from Cleveland that wants to put a team there. Obviously, we've heard a lot. There's been groups in Kansas City that have been interested in a team in Kansas City over the years, and obviously they have a building there. But, yeah, it's an interesting one. And you know what? Some of the South, some of the areas, it's probably market size or oriented there. And I think part of it, too, though, when you do consider cities like Houston, Atlanta, Phoenix, you are talking big cities from a market size.
Yeah, my blink is always, well, that's not going to work in these warm weather places. But the Panthers franchise on fire, granted, winning organization, and it seems like they've got it figured out, but also Tampa Bay. So there are examples, and I guess even Carolina is not a hardcore north town, or snow belt or anything. So maybe that's outdated. Did you say it won't work in warm weather cities?
Oh, listen, it's totally outdated now, and has been for a while. Like when I first did my first year out of college, when I worked down in Birmingham for the Bulls in the East Coast Hockey League, we were the southernmost team in our division that year, and within 2 years, they were the northernmost team in the division. Right? It really changed. Well, it was a couple of years before I was down there. They were the southernmost because we had Tallahassee in it my first year. And then within like 2 years, they were the northernmost team. And yeah, that's minor league hockey, but the reality of it is it's grown so well. And if you look at you've got Jason Robertson, scoring 40 goals for the Dallas Stars. He's from Southern California, right? You have the Hughes brothers. A couple of them, I think, were born in Orlando, right? I don't think you can look at – I'm not sure you can look at any sport, but I don't think you can look at hockey anymore and just say, oh, well, you've got to be from a cold weather city. It's now mainstream enough and big enough and sought after enough that putting it in any of these markets. And it seems like Houston – Houston had the Arrows in the WHA. They've had minor league hockey teams in there over the years. It's just at one point in time between the Dallas Stars and then all the minor league teams actually had more pro hockey teams than any other state in the country. That was just a few years ago that fact was the case. So yeah, I'm not sure that the northern southern part of this really matters anymore. This is about who's got the pockets, who's got the building, because what they've also learned too, guys, is you can activate in those cities. Now look, when nobody was clamoring to go play in Florida, when they weren't winning, right? Now that they are winning, obviously, Tampa and the Florida Panthers are hotbeds. So you still got to put a good product out there to get the players to want to go and to get the fans to show up too, because for a long time fans weren't showing up for the Panthers either. But once you put a product out there, it's clear that the players want to play in those cities and the fans want to see it.
Chris Kerber with us here. You can read the article on NHL expansion. It is an exclusive on The Athletic. Texas getting a team, just a matter of whether it's going to be Houston or Austin. And then Phoenix and Atlanta in the mix for the 34th franchise. But expansion is coming within the next 3 seasons. Chris Kerber with us here on Mondays on TMA. Kerbs, appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys. Have an awesome week.
You too. That's Chris Kerber with us here on the Callier and Thompson phone lines. Chris Kerber with us here on TMA. Brown and Crouppen is the presenting sponsor of the program. Online at getbc.com or by calling 314-222-2222. That's Brown and Crouppen, local, founded here in St. Louis in 1979, and the presenting sponsor of the Morning After now for 3 years. On board with the show, support the sponsors. Brown and Crouppen, the presenting sponsor, and local. And if you're in need of a personal injury attorney, don't you want somebody who is local? Well, that's Brown and Crouppen, and they have been doing it in St. Louis since 1979, and they will take care of you. They don't get paid unless you get paid. It's Brown and Crouppen, 314-2222, 314-222-2222, or go online at getbc.com. Remember, the choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. The program's called The Morning After. It's presented by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN.
If you're in the market for a new vehicle and not sure what you can get approved for, there is a website to help you out. Get the car, get your credit back on track, all of it one spot, AutoLoanPro.com, part of the Lita family. They know that anyone can sell you a car. It takes a pro to do it right, and they're going to get you the best rates possible. Auto Loan Pro works with over 50 different lenders, little to no money down, best rate possible. That's what you get. Vehicles right there on the site. Pick out the car and let them shop around to get you the best possible deal. Doesn't matter what the situation. If there's been a hiccup, they get you the car. They get your credit back on track. They've also put together, my guy Jim Olive did this just for you. The professor put together a playbook explaining the credit industry. So download that, pick out the car, get that new vehicle. It takes a pro to do it right. Autoloanpro.com. Robert Thomas, part of the team over there. You see him on the commercials, on TV, on the website as well. Get online, pick out that car, get the best deal possible at Autoloanpro.com.
Trick or treat.
Yep, it's almost here, Doug.
Well, we still got a couple months.
Didn't stop me from being at Spirit Halloween.
Everybody out there in costume? Do you wear a costume?
Yeah, I dress up as a gerbil as always.
Oh, do you? You got that outfit that, it's come in handy before. I've got a full-size bunny costume I could lend you if you ever get tired of the gerbil.
I'm starting to wonder if we're both furries.
Well, maybe. Maybe we'll meet at some party. Remove the headgear and say, oh my God, it's you.
Were you wearing that big bunny outfit when you got attacked by the mole?
Yeah. No.
Area?
Doug, you wanted to set aside 25 minutes for Mr. Licks to give his...
Why would he need 25 minutes?
I don't know, but he's on the Callier and Thompson phone lines, and you can be on there too. 314-974-0101. Mr. Licks, good morning.
Screw that guy that called in last week about Kevin Chappell.
Doug?
What's that supposed to mean?
The guy rented his house to Kevin Chappell back in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Doug.
We were talking about the top 50 players in the world.
Yeah.
And that's an asterisk because it doesn't include the live guys. And he calls in saying, oh, I rented a house to a PGA Tour player.
Yeah.
I did that back in 2018.
Uh-huh.
I did that with my house. And I thought, oh, wow, we're actually going to have someone with more than a single comma in their net worth call into this radio show.
Oh, brother.
And then he drops Kevin Chappell on us.
Well, you take the money from whoever wants to give it to you, right?
I have thought about Kevin Chappell every day since he called in. And I'm tired of thinking about Kevin Chappell.
Well, stop thinking about him.
I can't help it.
Why?
Because his call infuriated me.
Why?
It wasn't relevant to the discussion.
Well, it was. We were talking about where golfers stay when they.
We were talking about the top 50 players with an asterisk in the world.
And he's not a top 50 player.
I don't even know. Has Kevin Chappell won? Did he win one? He won the Valero in 2011?
2017.
Was that great?
2017. About a year prior to the PGA Championship, he had won on tour.
Nice of you to chime in. Papers.
Well, some information. You were only 6 years off on when Kevin Chappell had won.
This has been discussed, but it's been bugging me for 24 hours.
Well, it shouldn't.
Martin, I'm on to the next topic. Martin, could you really not find another angle on the golf tournament other than that the fans are great?
It wasn't exactly my vehicle all weekend. It might have been cornered elsewhere. But I did talk to the fans. I did talk to the fans. Rhymes with Live, maybe.
What's that?
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
No, on Saturday night, I was on the news beat, Tim, talking to the fans. It was great.
Oh, were you?
Lady said she high-fived Rory and wasn't going to wash her hand.
Oh, Lord.
That'll get you that hand, foot, and mouth disease pretty quick.
Yeah.
Tell me you high-five Scotty and I'm running to the ER.
Mm-hmm.
What else,
That was
Lex?
gonna be
What else
one of
you
my
got?
bits at the end of my call.
Brother.
Are we not going to talk about trenching?
Probably not. Why would we?
Who's the worst offender of it? Who's the worst offender of the trenching stuff?
Wyndham Clark, the guy that just won. Are we not going to talk about the crap on the 14th?
Doug, let's talk about what happened on 14. Did he improve his lie? Frank Nobilo certainly thought he did.
I don't know. I just don't.
He switched clubs 3 times, and I don't know, Martin, did any of the local news stations talk about either of these two things?
Are you asking if he was queried about it?
No, I'm asking if you guys covered the actual play on the course other than just glazing all of St. Louis.
We did. We talked quite a bit about the golf. Rory made his move, and then he fell back, and then Clark finished strong. There was plenty of golf to discuss, yes. What were you? Why weren't you watching Live?
Restated facts. Okay.
Weren't you watching Live anyway? What do you care about the PGA?
Yeah. Why do you hate a flash mob dancing to LMFAO's 2011 smash hit Party Rock anthem?
Clip that off.
Because that happened at Live Indianapolis.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. God. I'm sorry. Even though it was on Fox 2, I'm sorry I missed it. Somehow escaped me.
Why is local TV afraid to address anything controversial? I want to hear trench talk.
Doug, trenching.
For those who don't know, what is trench talk?
Oh, my God.
Clip that off.
Sorry to bother you.
It's when Wyndham Clark takes his giant-ass putter and friggin' pushes it straight into the ground all along his path, and all he has to do is tap it, and it rolls right in. It's in a trench.
Yeah.
It's
trenching.
easy mode.
He creates a little boy canal for his
Okay.
ball.
Yeah. And that's what he did.
He was trenching for 25 feet on the last 3 holes each
Sure
time.
he did. Okay, you seem awfully bitter this morning.
Jackson,
Yes,
Jackson, if your queen Zendalia was picked as the James Bond, the next James Bond, would you think, oh, that's actually going to be pretty cool?
I'd be interested.
Oh, my God.
You're so upset about everything.
Yeah, this hypothetical that you made up and you asked me about. If you don't want to hear the answer, don't ask the question, Buster.
How could anyone possibly be interested in seeing Zendalia?
No, just
play
keep
the
trying.
next James Bond.
Is that even a possibility?
I don't know.
Okay, so then start freaking out about it when it happens. This speculative outrage is going to get you nowhere.
Well, I like to be outraged. And what is
clearly.
it with CYC moms wanting like big black wheels on their SUVs?
Doug, what is that all about?
I haven't noticed that. I'm not in the CYC game anymore.
Was this your grocery list of topics you have here?
This is the Andy Rooney of Live.
You've noticed this
everything
happening?
I'm upset about today. What?
sorry. I said, you've noticed this happening where CYC moms continually show up with SUVs with black wheels?
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
Okay, well, why would it upset you?
I don't understand it.
Well, it's not for you to understand. That's the way they want their car to look, so that's what they got.
Well, I'm trying to buy a car for Mrs. Licks, and I keep showing her ones, and she goes, oh, these don't have the big black rims on them.
Oh.
And I don't understand why
Okay.
It's a thing.
Okay, some woman agreed to marry you?
I'm not going to acknowledge that.
Okay, well, you just seem awfully bitter.
Mr. Licks, Ken Iggy Strode is in the Form Energy YouTube chat, and he says every golfer trenches.
Okay, that's not true, Iggy. Why would you? You know that's not true. Okay.
Doug Iggy will have a chance to attack you for your support of the BMW.
And by the way,
yes, go ahead.
By the way, I just looked at my text exchange with Iggy last week on Tuesday at 9:28 a.m. He texted me, "Kevin effing Chappell, what a dolt."
This guy put his house on Airbnb or Verbo, whatever it was, and somebody said, sure, I'll rent it for $20,000. And you wanted him to say, I'm sorry, you're not quite as good a golfer as I'm hoping to rent it to?
Doug, if you think Kevin Chappell paid $20,000 for that house, you need to go back to school.
That's what the guy told us.
No way. That was not. In no way Kevin Chappell paid $20,000 for that house.
How do you know?
I'm going to go back and listen. I have to go.
Okay, good. Go now.
Doug, that was
you want him to get?
Go
you want him to get?
Mm-hmm.
You wanted him to have 25 minutes. He only went 8.
That was a long 8 minutes, too. Wow.
Enough of this crap talk soccer! It's from the 636.
Okay. Well, how about that City Bunch?
11 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And the send-off for Leuven. The fan base jubilant over the run. Why, what a shocking development. But at the same time, angry as hornets about the trades. What a situation for City.
Yeah. I don't think it's a good look for the league at all.
What a good distraction, though, Doug, that they just keep winning.
Yeah, that helps. But it's not a good look for the league, is it, when you deal away your top players?
Well, this one, Leuven, was within the league. The other one going
Bundesliga,
back,
second Bundesliga.
Right, yeah.
Right.
That pattern can be more frustrating. Hey, we develop a good player. He's pretty good. Oh, he's so good. He's going to go back to Europe. And then the Marcel Hartl situation was unique. Apparently, the mother-in-law is really sick. I don't know if that's a HIPAA violation, but something to that effect, reportedly. But then within the league, it's clearly, okay, we're just...
Well, yeah,
the contract demands / what we think you're worth moving forward, maybe.
A good player going to Europe is more understandable than a trade within the MLS, I would say, considerably more.
Yeah, I wonder which draws more frustration. Hey, we built this guy now, but Europe, how are you going to argue that's a better
Right, I think one would be a frustration with the MLS, one would be a frustration with this team. The Leuven thing, frustration with the team. Where a player goes on
league model.
That's just how it that's the game we're playing here.
Guys, Mr. Licks is right. South County moms think they're high rollers with their Kia Tellurides on big black rims. That's from Eric in the Central West End.
No one's safe today, especially the local area mothers.
Jackson, are you aware of this phenomenon?
No, honestly, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it's probably a phenomenon. I think classifying it as such is probably giving this too much oxygen. However, what someone wants to put on their car, I'm not here to judge. I like big rims.
22s.
Yeah, they're cool.
Deuce to the head.
I like big rims and I do not like.
There you go.
Leuven was sold for a very small amount of fake money inside our own conference. Horrific treatment of a team's legend. That's from the 314.
Okay.
Bundesliga?
Second Bundesliga.
Taylor Twellman defended the move. He said between trading Klaus and now Leuven, that these were good business decisions. Now, he can be critical of City.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair.
He has been.
But he has not been critical of these moves.
Licks is exposed. If Mrs. Licks wants a car with black rims, they obviously live in Oakville. I knew it. That's from Lady Sonia's Teacup.
I knew it.
St. Charles moms are the exact same, except their tags are expired. That's in the 636.
I don't know. They wear that like a badge of honor?
That's their
My
tag.
tag is expired?
You're a sitting duck for a cop if you're out there with your tag expired.
I don't know. I've seen
plates
I've had it
expired.
happen lapse. Oh, plate. Yeah. But I saw one the other day and it was January. The tag was January 25. I'm like,
wow.
what year is it? What month? Oh my God. It's lapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Doug, look how many games Leuven's played the last 3 years. That's from the Jerkwood from Kirkwood.
I'm not going to look that up.
Well, and you have to take into account he missed time because his wife was dying.
Right.
So that's a little harsh to
I would
analyze
agree.
games missed.
All these MLS fans who don't understand soccer are telling on themselves their reaction to this sale. Wake up early and watch the EPL once for me, and you'll maybe learn something. That's from Ed Time of the Brothers Time. There's Steve and there's Ed. That one was from Ed.
Just don't tell us what to do. We don't have to wake up early to watch it. We don't have to if we don't want to. I may take the license plates off my car. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Went to Wisconsin on vacation, back in, when was it, July?
Yeah.
Just drove through Chicago to get to Wisconsin, drove back down through Chicago to get back home, got a bill in the mail Friday, $58 in tolls.
Ooh, ROI.
$58 to drive through Chicago? Really? Everybody pays that? $58?
Did they accrue extra fees? Or is that just the
No.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
It should be lower, and then in a year you go, oh crap, I never paid that. Then it like doubles and triples. That's different.
How do the people that live there handle that? It said you could apply for an exemption for certain Illinois residents making lower than this amount of money. But for me, it was $58 to drive through on the highway? Really? Isn't that kind of absurd?
You feel like Clint Eastwood, you're kind of like the mule, and you going back and forth a bunch? Just once?
Yeah.
Once through, once back.
One time.
That sounds exorbitant, Doug. There's got to be an
$58.
issue there. There's got to be more to the story.
Guys, have you discussed how the worst guy in St. Louis is the guy who enjoys holding the flag in the, quote, supporter section that's in the TMA Reddit Insider?
He's the worst guy in St. Louis.
Whoever is holding the flag at any moment is the worst.
I wouldn't say that.
Imagine it's tiring.
It's kind of like the St. Joseph's Hawk.
Literally what I was thinking. I was thinking of the same. Just have
that's commitment to the love of the club.
Constantly flap. You think when they're not in view of the fans, he can stop flapping? I'd hope. Like at halftime, he has to keep flapping, like
in the bowels of the arena.
Yeah, like banging out a heater, but still flapping.
Doug, it's called 2026, and you can set your Google Box or your Garmin to avoid toll roads, and you'd save your $56. That's from Some Call Me Pat.
$57.80.
You can't say it's 2026 then mention a Garmin. like you're renting a car in 2009.
I just thought that was outrageous.
I agree, Doug.
It's $6 to drive across the Sanibel Causeway every single time, unless you buy a fast pass. Then it's $3. That's from Sharon in Clayton.
Okay,
Doug, fast pass. They took out that. This is meat and potatoes, and will get me back on the people's side. They took out that toll booth at Lake of the Ozarks.
There you go. Nice.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so you can
Bagnell Dam.
Yeah, right around there. So you don't no longer have to pay like whatever $4 or have like cash ready. It's nice.
Oh, you think you're going to get something in the mail here in a week or two later?
No, they took out like the whole structure and everything. It's all gone.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's why they do it with the cameras, so there's not backups
I
on
don't
these
think
roads.
so. I don't think that. And maybe someone can text in and correct me, but I think it's all gone.
I never stopped one time to pay a toll in Chicago.
Right.
I never stopped.
Sure.
Just drove on the highway. Yeah, that'll be $57.80, please. What?
Did you tell them that this is your town, see?
Chicago's my town, Shane.
Edward
I'll
G.
say that
Robinson.
when I fight this.
Yeah.
Apparently it's not. Remember the old baskets Doug used to have chained?
Oh, yeah.
Throw them in there. Missed, and it'd be a nickel short. You had to stop, and it'd be like 10 degrees out.
Yeah.
Or there's a guy who just takes the money all day.
John Candy's in your passenger seat smoking.
Yeah, you used to just hand the cash to the guy. How much money do you think wound up in his pocket on a day like that?
How do you get your finger caught in a mole trap? Thanks. That's from Big Paws.
Well, it was still locked and loaded. I took it out of the ground, and it was still locked and loaded. I say, how do I get this unlocked and loaded so I can get it in the box? Snap! Got me. The clippers of woe. Oh, God, that hurt.
Oh, my ass hurts.
No, it was my finger. Got my finger. Had the blade's been sharper, I suppose it would cut it right off.
Ah!
I'm just going to let the moles go. If they want to build 100 tunnels in my yard, have at it. I don't care anymore.
You conceded on the ground.
Yes, I have.
When you get the mole company to come out, what's it called? Like Mole Away or Mole Be Gone. They'll put up a giant sign in your yard and they get rid of them. And then the next day your neighbor has them.
Oh, yeah.
They drive them right have the sign and then you have them back.
Yep. Meanwhile, they're collecting a check at every lawn.
It's why that game Whack-A-Mole is so true.
Yeah.
There they go. Okay, they're gone. Nope. Oh, they're over in the neighbors. Oh, Bill. Oh, he got the company. Now they're
Bill's
back.
got the moles?
Bill's moles. Bill's holes.
It's a nice mole, Bill.
It's a nice mole.
No
Bill.
toll booth at the lakes. Great news for the poors. That's from the 314. Big day for St. Louis starter packs. Jackson's account. As today is the first day of school for the Publix. That's from the Hunchback of Vaughn Castles. Today, the first day
I
of
think
school.
a lot of people start tomorrow.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I think a lot of people start tomorrow.
And that's a big day for starter packs.
I imagine it's a big day for a lot of people, You
see what's doing on the Instagram. Doug, is it a big day in starter packs?
I don't know. I just don't. I wish I did.
Right now.
Why? I'm using poison peanuts from now on.
Poison peanuts. That name taken?
Doug, can you still swing a golf club? That's from the Cronky Hater.
No, not right now.
You're done.
Well, for a couple days, sure.
That's a nice hole, Bill.
Guys, I was thinking this weekend on what is on the Mount Rushmore of St. Louis poor moves. And I think that George Washington is driving around Forest Park for 20 minutes to find free parking and then walking another 20 minutes to the zoo only to avoid $15. Thanks. That's from the Hunchback of Vaughn Castle.
Yeah, well,
that's George Washington?
I've done that. Well, I didn't walk 15
How about at the BMW? Do you ride the shuttle on Friday?
I did. It worked. It couldn't have gone any better.
Nice.
How about that?
Nice. It's because of the guy who texted in.
Oh,
the bus driver who texted in said, "Go to Maryville Center and park here."
Uncle Butter. Butter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
Some guy from Branson.
I don't remember this.
No, you had left.
Oh. He was playing TMA on the shuttle for the patrons.
Oh, they had to be delighted.
He said they loved it,
and he was riding the bus that I took.
Yeah, he kept signing off with Woo Pig, which was annoying, but seemed like a nice guy.
They had lots of buses right there, and then drop you right off at the front gate. And then when you're wanting to go home, there's lots of buses there, quickly, orderly. It was really well done. I just didn't want to go all the way out to St. Charles.
Sure. I Ubered on Friday, and the rideshare area is real convenient.
Even that Whitfield area, if you had to wait, they had seats, they had canopies.
Yeah.
Pretty good setup.
Mm-hmm.
How about getting one on the way home?
Didn't have to.
Oh, well, look at you. What happened?
I rode with a friend. I met some friends out there, and then they drove me back to here because my car was here.
Okay.
Which is very kind of them.
Doug, the parking fee for the Savannah Bananas game on Saturday was $60. That's from 3 and 4.
Gosh.
You're going to be mad as a hornet.
$60.
$60 to park to see that. Boy, they pack them in.
Both nights sold out. Officially sold out.
And they only allow single moms in?
Apparently.
Never heard that. That's a Baldwin Beerovich's report. You can email in about it, the morning after at InsideSTL.com for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today on the Polos Plus dossier at 9:45. Martin, you know anything about Seth Goldcamp's business?
I do, Tim. Thanks for asking. Design Air has been around St. Louis for more than a century. They've been supporting TMA longer than any other sponsors, so they have longevity, staying power, and when you do business, you buy yourself a new HVAC unit. You want to make sure it's a company that stands behind their work. No worries with Design Air because they've been here for so long, going to be here forever. It's a fourth-generation family-owned business. That's Seth Goldcamp, and what he has done is assembled a great team. We talk about it all the time in sports. How do you build a good roster? How do you have a great team? Well, with Seth, it's the employees that make the difference. They do a great job, but also don't try and sell you anything that you don't need. It's something that they actually work on. You really can tell the difference when the employees enjoy the place they work. That's what Design Air is all about. Got the new furnace last November. It has been outstanding all summer with the AC. No issues at all. Just a great professional team, an experience you will enjoy. You get stressed out if the AC doesn't work. Take the stress out of it by going to designairservice.com. Even better, sign up for those maintenance plans so you are covered year-round. Once again, designairservice.com.
Online at designairservice.com, and the sponsor of the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. Send yours in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. It's 8:55 in St. Louis. Time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Martin Kilcoyne with you on the program. Jay Bennett Burkett on the ones and twos. If you want to call in, just like Mr. Licks, Chairman Kurt's waiting for you at 314-974-0101. And if you want to talk it over with other TMA listeners, there are 348 friends gathered in the TMA STL YouTube channel, like Jeremy Hodge, Jake and St. Genevieve, and the co-founder of Fairmount Park Player Club. Hang out in there with them and watch the program and talk it over. That's what you can do to watch TMA and talk it over with other TMA listeners. Form Energy, just like Michelob Ultra, longtime sponsor of TMA, 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. Plenty of people enjoyed them over the weekend with a beautiful weekend for the city of St. Louis at Belle Reve. Hundreds of thousands of fans enjoying a Michelob Ultra. 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra. This program's called TMA. It's presented by Brown & Crouppen on 101 ESPN.
How about this?
How about this, Doug?
I can't tell what's going on.
You're just mesmerized by Shabuzi?
Yeah.
Papers, what do we have?
This is the official college football anthem of 2026, as deemed by ESPN's college football.
Oh, is there?
And this
Are
is
they
their
replacing Big and Rich and Darius Rucker and Laney Wilson?
No, I think that might have been the college game day anthem. And so I don't know if they've released that yet, but this is like the hype video that they've put out. Like
Doug, we got ball this weekend.
Yeah, and I'm really, the video is very well done, and I enjoy watching it.
Get a little scouting mission for Missouri fans with the Arkansas Pine Bluff game on September 3rd. Doug, as Arkansas Pine Bluff takes on Morehouse.
Boy, that'll be a big one. You can throw the records
you like the over there?
out the window when those two get together because, frankly, they just don't like each other.
Bill Belichick gets another year in North Carolina, and he'll be taking on TCU. Jackson, is that in the Republic?
Is that in the Republic? Oh, yeah. That's the Ireland game this year?
San Jose State and USC. And then this one, the Virginia Cavaliers and Bo Prabula. He's going to have a big year, and so are those Cavaliers. They got NC State at 2:30 in Charlottesville.
It's a pretty good week 0 matchup right there. NC State's supposed to be pretty good.
That's right. But if you don't have an opportunity to watch this weekend, ESPN.com's, Doug, do you pronounce it Kyle Bonagura?
I've never tried to say it. I might get hurt.
And Mark Schleba have all 46 postseason games and the matchups.
Lord. Before the season even starts?
Well, it starts this week.
Okay. So they know who's going to play in all the matchups, the playoffs, the bowl games, all. They have that for us already, do they?
I'm sensing some sarcasm. Yeah. And considering they put in for this, I don't appreciate it on their behalf because they both agree that Boise State will be the 12 seed. But the thing that's interesting here, and maybe we should have considered this for the Lifetime Roofing lead this morning, is that Bonagura has Georgia as the 5 seed that matchup, whereas Schleba has Texas number 5. They both have to play Missouri, though.
Yeah, they do. These people are no better than the guy who does the basketball.
Friend of the show, surprise guest Joe Lenardi, you're on the line again.
Just guessing. They're just guessing. They haven't played the first game. We've barely seen any video of Mizzou even practice.
This is fun. Bonagura has BYU as number 11 at Oregon, number 6.
Times. Yeah.
But then Schleba has BYU as number 6.
Stop it, Schleba! Stop it! You're guessing.
And Texas A&M sneaks in as an 11 seed. Have fun coming through Columbia on October 10th, Mike Elko. Try another fake punt. I'll run down on the field.
You would do that if A&M fakes a punt?
That'd be your Rudy moment.
Would be my moment.
And are you going to yell at the coach, or what? Would just kick up some dirt?
Like a banty little rooster.
Wave your hands at the official? What would you do?
Alert the special teams unit. Okay. It's fake. It's fake.
Nevin Shapiro probably won't be happy to see that they both have Miami as a 7 seed. Pete Golding will go there with Bonagura, but Lane Kiffin goes to Miami with Schleba.
I've done it, obviously. People could say I didn't, but I have.
Yeah.
What was he admitting there? It was like it'd be a wide delta.
Prison time?
I think it was his bid to be the GM of Miami football.
Well, you got it. Why are we not having him on?
If Scarface isn't available.
Alabama, Texas Tech for Bonagura in the 8-9, and then Texas Tech at Indiana for the 8-9, according to Schleba. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, good times.
Boy, everybody's all over Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish in Ohio State as 1s and 2s, and then also Texas, Georgia, and Indiana finding themselves in their top 4, along with Oregon. So that's kind of fun. You probably are wondering where Missouri is They're not in the playoff according to this.
Well, maybe they should expand the playoffs till my team gets in.
STP. They're going to be in the Liberty Bowl. Bonagura hasn't played in Baylor. That'll be fun.
How do we know? We don't.
It's in Memphis.
Yeah, I know that much.
And then a rematch of 2023 as they would take on Kansas State, according to Mark Schleba. That's going to be awesome.
He's guessing. That's all he's doing. Is Indiana being dissed a little bit to be ranked 6th in both polls right now?
Stanford Steve sure thought so.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think he thinks that.
They're overlooking Kurt Cignetti?
Yeah. I think that, but they like the transfer quarterback Josh Hoover.
Yeah, tough quarterback to replace.
Sure. But if you have a system that's real rock solid.
You can't put anything past Cignetti at this point.
Agreed. I mean, the preseason polls are such window dressing, as we've talked about before on this program.
That would be a good dossier segment. Window dressing.
Yeah, that is, actually.
Eli Drinkwitz talked about Demont Hardy's status. He is officially out for the September 3rd game against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Here is the head coach of Missouri.
Well, we didn't hear it, did we?
There was a tweet from Pete Pham, I guess, while you guys were scrimmaging, saying that the team was targeting a mid-September return for Ahmad. Is that accurate? Is that something that you could see as a possibility for him?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know who this thing, Thamel. I think it's Thamel. Maybe it is Thamel.
Accent has again.
Yeah. What did he say?
The team was targeting a mid-September return.
Yeah, I mean, I'm targeting as soon as possible. I just know that right now, we needed a full 2-week ramp-up period of practice before we would have allowed him to play the game, and that time frame has passed. So, does that mean mid-September? I don't know. Does it mean mid-October? I don't know. I need a 2-week, fully invested, being able to practice at full speed before we consider playing him in the game, and I'm not there yet.
The band is still playing. What's up with that? Were they practicing during this?
Tarmac? Famil. Drink doesn't even know who that is.
I think the guy has I'll play at the beginning again. I think he has a pretty strong accent.
There was a tweet from Pete Pham, I guess, while you guys were scrimmaging, saying that the team was targeting a mid-September return for Ahmad. Is that accurate? Is that something that you could see as a possibility for him?
Possibility.
Yeah.
Is it Australian or English?
I think once he said Thamel, that's when Drink decided to have fun with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Who's this Thamel you speak of? And then the rest of it just go, hey, is it Thamel? Is it Thamel? He kind of looks like Rick Moranis, but he has all the college scoop.
He does look a little bit like Rick Moranis.
He got all the scoop. But Hardy being ruled out for the opener means close to nothing. Now, the headline, I think when you first saw Saturday night, oh, my God, Hardy out. You're like, whoa, what? For the opener. Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah, and Drink wants 2 weeks full practice.
Pretty honest answer, what they're looking for.
How does Mizzou not get a clip in the college football anthem? It's from Doug's work husband.
They did not. That whole thing has no.
Oh no, they hate us.
No Missouri.
The Kansas game is only about 18 days away.
Here we go.
So Hardy, if he doesn't practice this week, I guess he'd be
I would
out
not
to
anticipate him to play against Kansas.
Whoa, I wouldn't either.
No, I wouldn't think. If he hasn't practiced up until this point, 2 full weeks of practice. He's
like
start
Troy, home game, lesser opponent, maybe?
Starkville. Well, it's Starkville.
Yeah, it's Starkville.
September 26th, Doug. Under the lights, cowbells.
Maybe Florida, like the early October games. I mean, it's certainly not something you want to rush back. And I think, and this might be wishful thinking, but I think Jamal Roberts will do quite well in this stead. So it's not like they're going to be like, man, we have to get him back out there quicker than he's ready to be out there.
I don't know how any of us would possibly know. As far as I know, there's been no video of him hobbling around, or is he walking? Is he running at this point? Is he jogging? Does he work out even?
I think he's rehabbing.
I think he's doing all of those things, just not
full speed
practice.
In pads, right?
Which just you'd have to see him before you have any kind of educated opinion as to when he might be back.
Mizzou's got 4 to 6 wins this year. Let's move on. Some big tough.
We can already move on. The season hasn't started.
I'm looking forward to that Baylor game.
Let's move on.
That'll be in Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
The Liberty Bowl. Let's get somebody from Memphis on.
618. Can't wait to hear Mizzou is 0-12. I've got better things to do than watch college football, you losers.
Well, give us some suggestions. We could use a few. If you don't want us watching college football, give us some ideas. I was doing a quick text audit here. I wasn't here Friday, Tim, but apparently You guys talked about, can you ride a Clydesdale? Is that something that you guys
Sounds like something that might have happened after I was gone.
Doug pondered that.
You workshopped that
Somehow
in the
we
10
started
o'clock
talking
hour?
about Clydesdales, and we thought, they can pull a hitch, certainly, but you never really see anybody riding on them. But then people send us plenty of pictures of them doing just that.
Big Mike texted in and said, Friday you guys were talking about iced tea. No, he said you were talking about riding Clydesdales. I took care of the Clydesdales for 5 years. Yes, you can ride them. Not common, but you can ride them. They are good for mounted police horses as well. So Big Mike answering a question, Tim. Apparently was a big 10 a.m. topic Friday.
Right.
You feel better, Doug?
Yeah. People earlier had sent us in pictures of them on Clydesdales.
That's awesome.
I just don't remember seeing that. Clearly, it's a thing.
If you are looking to ride a Clydesdale or buy a home, I'd like to recommend Ryan Luchtefeld in Delmar Mortgage. He gives out his personal number. That number is 618-593-3608, online at delmarmortgage.com. Ryan has been doing it with Delmar Mortgage for 13 years. Delmar Mortgage has been around for 60 years. Ryan Luchtefeld, our Billiken insider during the college basketball season. He's going to provide that personal local touch, but with all the necessary technology to make the process smooth and easy. Pre-approvals and fast-track options are going to make your offer stick out to local sellers and listing agents with closings in as little as 2 weeks. Call or text Ryan directly at 618-593-3608. That's 618-593-3608. Or go online at delmarmortgage.com. Looking to buy a home, looking to refinance. Ryan Luchtefeld, Delmar Mortgage, get yourself pre-approved, and you can close quickly and be positioned to buy the home that is best for you and your family. DelmarMortgage.com, 618-593-3608. It's 9:12 in St. Louis. Mark Hanna, sponsor of the Evergreen Wealth Strategies, 9 o'clock hour here on TMA 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with a Sports Center update, and that's brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Cardinals off today, back in action tomorrow evening in St. Louis as they take on the Baltimore Orioles. That's going to be a 6:45 p.m. first pitch on Tuesday. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Well, they'll be playing this at Busch Stadium tomorrow when the Orioles arrive in St. Louis.
Be a nice revival of the 1944 World Series when the Cardinals and Browns squared off. I'm sure a lot of the players still have a bad taste in their mouth over that one.
Guys. Just rattle off 6 in a row and get right back in this thing.
Well, it might happen. That's often the way it goes, is when you think we're good now, then they're not good.
Watch this. It's darkest before dawn.
Yeah.
The Phillies have rattled off 9 straight. And here is the Philadelphia call of Kyle Schwarber's game winner. Doug, let's enjoy that.
Okay, sure.
Swing and a fly ball, center field. Going back is Church. Back toward the wall. It is over! Off the batter's eye, out to Ashford Alley. Kyle Schwarber has just completed an improbable comeback. A 2-run game-winning home run. The Phillies down 4-zip. They win it 6-4. It's the first walk-off home run in more than 3 years.
Yeah, well, they enjoyed it. They had huge crowds there this weekend. They had over 40,000.
Red hot team.
Yeah.
Kyle Schwarber talking about the moment.
Can you describe the feeling of ball coming off bat, crowd erupting, bat flip, just everything you were feeling there?
Yeah, I mean, it was just funny. So it's a double, and then double Dela hits the single, and they call timeout, and I'm just sitting there, just chuckling, laughing, smiling at Trey, unbelievable, how we got to that point. And then the ball comes off the bat, and just kind of stood there watching. It was just kind of a little bit of shock, right, that we were able to kind of do that in that fashion. But that's, like I said, that's why you keep playing. That's why you play all the outs, and you never give up and keep fighting until the end.
Have you ever done a home flip before?
No, I haven't had that many walk-off home runs, but that was the first one. So that's not disrespectful by any means. I think it was just more just shock, disbelief. I didn't know what to do there. So it's not disrespectful to them. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to them. But, it was just a little bit of disbelief.
That was one of those times when batting your best hitter, even if he's a home run guy, first really paid off.
Mm-hmm.
He got one more at bat, and that's all he needed.
There's a base open.
Yeah, why he got the hit, I don't know. That's another question.
Doug, Hunter Brody is a friend of the program, and he does a post-game show, and he was excited by the developments. He's Jackson's guy. The Delco accent is Jackson's
really?
favorite accent in all the land.
See, there was a world, this group, maybe 4 weeks ago, they would have went down 4-0, packed it in, and would have looked forward to Seattle, right? There was a time where this team couldn't survive a 6 2/3, 4 earned run type effort out of Christopher Sanchez. Now, he wasn't dominant. He wasn't awful either. There were some stolen bases that hurt him. And he did struggle, ironically enough, with 2 outs in the 7th inning to get out of his 7th inning. Here you go, 2 outs. Single, damage done. Mattingly even gave him the leash to try and do it. I mean, seriously, this team would have crumbled if you weren't getting 7 shutty from Christopher Sanchez a few weeks ago. They're doing things a lot different than before, whether it's the approach at the plate, whether it's the I'm not dying mentality. They were down, 5 ripped to Minnesota the other day. Didn't lose that game. It's crazy. It's absurd.
Doug, you like that term, 5 rip?
No, I didn't.
He's on board. He's their guy.
He gets his money worth out of every syllable of every word he says.
If the Phillies would have lost the game 4-0, this guy would have been wanting to sell the team.
Right.
Some dirty Dan the garbage man.
Overreacts just a wee bit.
You taking a shot at our industry?
That's the brand.
Because you lost a game back in May. It's because you don't fight, because you don't want it. Then you come back and win one in August. See, they've turned it around. Oh, sometimes the other team's got something to do with it, too.
So they're also on scholarship is what you
They's on scholarship, too.
This is a disaster.
It isn't a disaster.
That wasn't long ago, was it, fella?
No, that was
not long
10 days ago about.
And he would probably extrapolate, Doug, that they were listening to him and they finally gotten on board with what he was saying. They need to care more.
Right. And along in the 8th or 9th inning, they said, hey, instead of packing up and not caring, why don't we try? You really think that doesn't happen?
How about that Cardinal flight home? Even though the season, not much was expected. That's a brutal.
Oh, it sure is.
Get on the bus, get on the plane.
Especially for O'Brien. When you're pretty much solely responsible for coughing it up, it's tough to be around teammates, I'm sure, at a time like that. But he's had so many terrific performances, You can't get down on him. He did his best. He did what he could.
What about our guy Baez, Doug? He's been a little quiet. He's 2 for his last 33, if I'm doing my math correct.
Yeah.
Well, I bet him to hit 2 homers on Friday.
Oh, and first time he comes up, he hits one out.
There, you think get bet? Hey, how much you bet? Eh? How much you bet?
$10 on a 30% profit.
$8,500. So you would have won $850.
Yeah, I would have won $850.
Damn, Gina. And then they pinched it for him late in the game.
I know that didn't feel good, but when he hit the home run in the first inning, I was like, okay. I started spending the money already, and that was my fault.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. But what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
I betting him to hit 1 homer. That doesn't. We're not going anywhere with that.
Go big or go home.
We're making $50. Come on, baby. We want the
There
whole.
was a large cheer. I was out at a. Would you call it a speakeasy, I guess?
I don't know that I would.
The Colonel was in town. Gabe Yarman, who I guess is going to start joining us again next Monday as the Missouri season gets underway. Brought to you by James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency, online at carltoninsurance.net or by calling 314-961-4800. He's my insurance agent. He's now Paper's insurance agent. We recommend he become your insurance agent as well. But the Colonel was in town, and he said, hey, you want to get a libation, a glass of nectar, a scotch, take your pick of whatever beverage. I said, yeah. But he was staying out in Chesterfield. And I said, I'll accommodate you. I'll head out your way. And I had never been to Mulligan's, and I've always heard wonderful things about the Wingy Wingy there. You ever had the Wingy Wingy at Mulligan's?
No.
Boy, those are good wings.
Where is it?
I guess Ellisville. Is that Manchester?
Manchester and Clarkson Road. Yeah.
All right. And so I was out there, and the place packed. Wings kind of remind me a little bit of Brass Ring.
Ooh, they're delicious.
Hanging out with the Colonel and BSing with him for a little bit. And, man, when Jordan Walker hit that home run, the Cardinals took the lead. People were locked in, fired up, cheering. It's great to see. But, Doug, similar to you, the Palante IL, the Dobbins coming out with the forearm. Now he's IL. And then the one that I think might fly a little under the radar, the Leahy pitch count thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are they going to overcome that? And if you know what they do and find themselves in there, my goodness, it's going to be a hell of a
Thank God for
story.
Lipitor is what we're saying.
There you go. Well.
And with Dobbins and Palante, when they say he's out with forearm tightness or elbow problems, you just think the worst. They say, oh, God, no. Are they going to need Tommy John? Are they going to lose all of next year, too? That would be the worst case scenario.
Right.
Hopefully it's more precaution than anything.
Tim, what about the soppins on them wings? With some Jackson soy boy. I went with the wing sauce, which is quite choice. And you probably are wondering what kind of fries they have.
Well, not really, but go ahead.
Crinkle cuts the answer.
No.
Ooh, and a basket so big. Oh, give me more fries.
Some French fries and gravy, sir.
You ever eat fries with a fork?
Sometimes if they load them up with all sorts of nonsense on there, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Does Gabe ever express just disappointment and or concern about the audience and the feedback he gets?
We had some friends drop by the table, and the Colonel had got a real life lady, actually, Doug.
No.
Came by, and a loyal listener, podcaster too, and and talked it over and was super excited to meet the Colonel. Well,
I'm starting to become attracted to my wife's father.
Oh, that guy. She was excited to meet him.
That starts up at about 10 o'clock a week from Thursday on YouTube. The Colonel's post-game show, where the TMA audience seems like it's active.
Is he dreading that?
He could have himself quite a situation on Friday of the Rock Chalk Jayhawk game. That could be a live one.
Yeah.
Carlos Spicy Wiener, I believe, was texting in saying he has penciled that one as a potential Drinkwitz seat warmer-upper.
That would be awfully quick to turn on Drinkwitz.
Mulligan's is amazing. That's from the 314. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'll be back out there. They did wonderful work. Great crowd. Delicious wings. Oh, and crinkle cuts as far as the eye can see.
Now, that's quite a ways from Belle Reve, though, wasn't it?
Did not go on Friday.
Okay.
Colonel was staying in Chesterfield. So I tried to find like kind of a midpoint.
I see. Okay.
Because I had played in a tournament earlier in the day. A lot of gambling. We played as an eightsome. Like to apologize to the pairings behind us, but things are about me, not about you. Okay? I hope everybody understands that.
Yeah, I know.
Cam Jansen, delightful pairing. Felt terrible about his golf game. Barrett Jackman, Doug, he rallied our pairing at the end.
Did he really?
He rallied our
He hits
pairing.
it pretty good, does he?
Yes, he does. He rallied our team.
All right.
That's what he did.
How about Cam? Was he a pretty good player?
He had his moments, and he started really dialing the flat stick at the end.
Did he really?
Yep.
Sweating a little bit?
Yeah. Enjoyed himself, though. Loved the big bag of candy that they gave us.
Yeah, I love Cam because he's like a big kid.
He felt terrible about how he was playing. I said it's a grade school charity scramble. Like,
Beats himself up over everything.
All right. And we had a little game going, with the other foursome. And it was wonderful entertainment, a delightful day. But I'm in Kirkwood at that point, and the Colonel says, let's get some drinks. I said, yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll meet you on out there. And he took a picture because he said, nobody would ever believe I left my little basement. I said, do not, under any circumstances, post that on social media.
Oh, he should have.
For Power Mizzou.
With a picture of you. And you could have said, my office for the evening.
Ooh, that actually, now I'm going to text him and say, post it.
Some personal news. I'm enjoying crinkle cut fries currently.
Hey, can I be suspended for like 20 minutes?
I can accommodate that.
Doug, the Don is a regular at Mulligan's. That's from Tim's assistant.
Okay, who would the Don be?
Jackson?
Probably Don Hoffman.
Don
I hope.
Hoffman.
It's the Don.
I hope he holds court there. That seems about right.
Doug, here is the list of the best wings in St. Louis. The list goes as follows.
Oh, Lord.
Fenton Bar and Grill. Love that Fenton Bar and Grill. Mulligan's Bar and Grill. Poor Richard's Bar and Grill. Doug, please try all these places and eat the wings with your shirt off and use your belly button to put ranch in for dippings. That's from the 314.
I don't think so. I hardly ever order wings. Hardly ever.
No, you're too busy eating ice
It's just
cream
kind
cones
of
by the dozen.
messy and
Delicious is the word you're looking for.
oh yeah, they're good.
Doug, you got to get out to Wendy's in Chesterfield.
Don't tell me where I have to get out
Wendy's?
to.
No, Wente.
Like George went?
Yeah, like George went. I think it's right by the airport out there. I've been there.
And George went, hangs out there in Nora's Chicken Wings?
I believe so.
Okay. Is he still with us?
I think he passed. He's Sudeikis' godfather, uncle,
that right?
or something like that.
Is he a Kansas City guy?
He's a Kansas City guy,
Okay.
Norm.
He died.
Rockers. I think he went to Rockers for like
He died a year ago.
Yeah. Did he go to Notre Dame, get a 0.0?
That's correct.
Then Rockers.
Jackson, those Philly uniforms from Friday have to be the worst uniforms in sports history, right? That's from the 314.
Let me refresh myself here.
Oh, you don't remember that?
They're pretty
It's like
rough.
blue and kind of aqua. It said Philly over the front.
Like a Halloween font.
Yeah.
What's with the awful, like these teams, like there's
City
smart
Connect.
people, billion-dollar industry, and people will say, yeah, that looks good.
Oh yeah. The blue gradient ones. Those are really bad. They don't look anything.
If you would have
like
said you like
Philadelphia.
those, I would have had a problem.
No, I've seen them before. I just need a reminder. They're terrible. Not
would
the
think
worst, but they're terrible.
If you're going to wear completely different uniforms, you'd think they'd at least keep the team's colors.
Right, but that's the whole City Connect thing is to like try to be more in line with the city itself more than the franchise. And it seems silly. Anytime you're wearing baseball pants in Major League Baseball that aren't white or gray, it's going to look really tacky to me, or really like out of place. It looks like a softball team or a banana bowl.
Doug, Lester's wings will make your zipper bulge. That's from Greg Oden Stovepipe.
Garlic, lemon, pepper.
Is that right?
Delicious.
And your zipper starts to bulge?
Something happens below the equator, I'll tell you what.
Because you've eaten a wing?
They're just really tasty. Really tasty. And then it's usually if Sportsman's is too busy, you go there. But you know what? It's still a delicious consolation prize.
That's a good slogan for him.
Well,
Lester's, a delicious consolation prize.
They'll appreciate that comment.
That's the breakdown. People will do know.
Clip that off right there.
You like Sportsman's better?
If I'm going to dinner, yes.
It's a little more folksy.
Sportsman's?
I would think. It's kind of an older place.
Yeah,
not as
definitely
fancy.
an older. Yeah, I wouldn't consider Lester's fan. It's a sports bar.
It's pretty well dressed up, though.
It's got a bunch of memorabilia and stuff on the walls.
It's a classy sports bar.
Is it?
Yeah.
Lester's? I'm not saying that as a pejorative. I'm just saying. But like, if you walked in a T-shirt and you'd be just fine. No one would look at you funny.
No, but it's more upscale than a lot of sports bars.
Yeah, it's a little classier than most sports bars.
Okay. Feels like I'm kind of being gaslit on a place I've been going to since I was born.
I'm agreeing with Doug. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, shut up.
You can say shut up by emailing in to TMA for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. That's how you can get involved on the program and compete against other TMA listeners. The Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, all coming your way in the Mark Hanna Evergreen Wealth Strategies 9 o'clock hour. Mark Hanna is online at evergreen-ws.com. And Martin, you know who works with Mark Hanna? Greg Vaughn.
Yes, he does.
Doug's son. Yep. Wonderful people. Greg's an incredibly smart guy. Mark Hanna's an incredibly smart guy. What a tandem. Cannot emphasize it enough. I don't care what age you are. Get a financial advisor. Jackson, I think I might start doing Instagrams where I yell at people about how to improve their lives and then tell them that they're 5-letter words for cat or kitten if they aren't up at 4 in the morning and working out.
You're late to the party.
So it's a saturated market.
Yeah.
Be your best you. What are you waiting for? Man up.
Yeah.
Get going.
Swing the other way and talk about, how laziness is good.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if everybody's running the wishbone, we start throwing the ball around.
That's right.
Interesting.
That's right. Buy the dip, really.
Well, it doesn't matter where you are on whether or not you want to scream at somebody about not being a good man because you don't get up at 4 to work out, or you want to celebrate laziness. We can all celebrate Mark Hanna and Greg Vaughn and Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Evergreen-ws.com, a unifying topic, have a financial advisor. Because now you've taken the first step, and all of a sudden, any anxiety you have, you've taken the first step. Now you're on the right path because you have a roadmap for your journey. Evergreen-ws.com. It's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. 9:34 in St. Louis. Time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. This is TMA 101 ESPN.
Oh, love talking about Village Bar. Papers and I are always planning our next big event there. What does Frank always say? It matters. It matters. The thing that really matters when ordering a cocktail is make sure you get the spirit of your choice. And when you're at Village Bar, it's obvious. It's 1879 Distilling. It's in the barn out back. That's where they make it. Award-winning spirits picking up awards around the country now for their Red Barn vodka, dark Havana rum, the bourbon, the rye. It makes it matters. Thanks, Frank. It does. So when you're at Village Bar or around town, ask for it by name, 1879. You can even have a private event. in that beautiful barn in back. You already know about the cheeseburgers and the great fries and wings. Such a cool spot. Village Bar, the tradition continues, hanging out there with friends for lunch, happy hour, bringing the family up there, grabbing a bite to eat after the kids have a game. Sports always on the TVs. Village Bar, such a cool hangout, awesome menu. And on top of it all, they are the home to 1879 Distilling. Read about it online. All these different flavors that are available. They've got that tasting room connected to Village Bar. 1879distilling.com for all the details.
Yeah. 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 Bring it to the loo. I don't know that they do that.
So good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's hard to argue with that. Series, baby. Series, baby. Baby.
You can hear her out of breath.
It's just quality music is all it is.
It's TMA 101 ESPN. Mark Hanna sponsors this 9 o'clock hour. He's online at evergreen-ws.com. A bunch of text, done kind of a grab bag here.
Okay.
I like a nice grab bag.
Did you see Casey Musgrave swinging on glitter balls over the weekend? That's from Sharon's Ledoux. Wow, that was emphatic, Martin. Did you hear that? Jackson has been awakened. She was swinging on glitter balls?
She was in Chicago. I had a bunch of friends who were at the concert in Chicago.
Really?
And she
Is that right? Private Citizen Pete was there?
No.
They all get hit with this highway toll that I got hit with?
Well, they live there, so I don't know.
Oh, God.
But she has these two disco balls that one droops a little lower than the other, and there's a kind of a encasing Not to be in not
like a scrotal sack.
Well,
Flip that off.
one could make that extrapolation. Yes.
I guess won't be taking my kids to the show.
She comes to town on Saturday the 12th, the day after Missouri, Kansas. I'm hoping to go to that show.
I don't think you're bluffing at the pod. I'm going to fold.
Not bluffing at
You
all.
have jacks? You have jacks.
Yeah, pair of hooks.
Are you saying when she performs on stage, there are two golden, glittery testicles?
Not only are those present on the stage, but at one point in the show, it seems like she hops atop of them.
Oh.
And then it carries her around the stage.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Doug, yep. Chairman Kurt actually sent this in. Take a look. There you go.
Oh, I see that, yeah. To donate to children of immigrants.
Well,
who were
the
deported
headline
unfairly.
appears to be very newsy. Casey Musgraves asked her concert goers to donate to children of immigrants who were deported unfairly. And then the
Close the text inbox.
photo right below that is her inside said sack.
Yeah, well, what's up with that? Why would you do that? Why would she do that?
I don't know. Ask her.
Really
she's
weird.
going to join us when she comes to town in studio?
That'd be great. She could be
real
our
quick, are we the
Mizzou,
best?
Kansas.
Are we the best golf fans?
Our Mizzou, Kansas correspondent. Like Stacey Nelkin on the election.
That's a deep cut right there.
Yeah, but the ones who know all too well.
Doug, and then Whack-A-Mole LLC is in the Air Comfort text inbox,
Okay.
314-399-9646. Martin, this is a grab bag for Dougie Fresh. Text Chris Wagner, owner of Whack-A-Mole, and we will address your mole issues. That's from Whack-A-Mole LLC.
I'm not sure I can text anymore. I nearly lost a finger. And sometimes I text with it. I got caught in the pincers of Putin. Oh, God, that hurt. I don't know if I had moles or not. It didn't catch anything. But I can see the tunnels.
What about Casey Musgraves getting body shamed? It's from the 636. Doug, why is she being body shamed? Is it because she's posing on a scrotum?
Probably a couple folks could benefit from logging off a little bit.
Log off.
Just based on what I've seen so far, not only this morning, but just over the weekend.
Do you think this is the 4-0 blown lead that has led to...
I don't know. It's like mid-80s, low 80s today. Seems like a great time to
touch grass,
log off for a little bit, and let's reset. Take some deep inhales.
Breathe through the nose. Yeah. Inhale 5 seconds. Good. Hold it. Hold it. 7. And release through the mouth. Through the mouth. We're going 5-7-5 here today, guys. 5-7-5. Inhale. We're going to calm the heart. We're going to calm the heart rate. We're going to be in a good headspace. We're going to be present, okay? Okay. Now, get your mind right and send in an email for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. And don't be mad at Casey Musgraves. Celebrate Doug's body.
Agreed.
Morning after at InsideSTL.com.
Doug's mangled finger.
Is that taken?
No.
About a week away from opening it up to new names, everybody.
It's throbbing.
Next Tuesday.
I was at Belle Rive on Saturday and saw a tall man belligerently drunk at 9 a.m. with a fake Rolex and a Watson's hat on. The wacko still might be hungover today. That's from MacGruber.
A lot of early drinking on Friday.
Isn't that right?
7:45 a.m.
And they were getting after it?
Just the ultras were flying.
Sure.
Wow. And as I said in my hit with these fellas, Sketches and Bits, that is a commitment. Don't know how we're feeling at about 3 p.m. Probably great. 4 p.m. out cold.
How was your conversation with the Austrian Flo?
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
Who's the Austrian Flo?
Well, Tim, the audience cycles on and cycles off, which includes you and me at times cycling off. I had an opportunity on our digital channel on the 2 Fox.
Yeah.
And Mike Colombo and I got to host that, talking some golf, just chopping it up. So I decided to have an international media member on the show. And they said, you got to have Flo on. His name is Florian Bauer.
Okay.
He's German, but he covers, who's your guy, Sepp?
The bastard Sepp Straka.
Oh, bastard Sepp Straka.
But he covers golf for a television outlet in Austria and Germany. And I had heard about him, but I'd never met him. And then he called me in a panic because he was stuck at the Best Buy in Brentwood. I said, welcome to our town. But he was a delight. And we're talking about German soccer. And I said, Bernhard Langer is the great. And he said, you know what? He said, Bernhard Langer is way bigger in the U.S. than in Germany. He said, they just don't really follow golf that much. But he was a true delight. And then he said he's best of friends with Lutz Pfannenstiel.
Oh, how about that, Doug?
Another of the departed down there at City. Former sporting director. But I told the boys I was looking forward to making a new friend. I hadn't made a new friend in about 10 years.
So you did?
Yeah, he was great.
Did he ever get in on time? You just talked to him on the phone.
Oh, no, he made the show. He was lively. And then at the end, I said, tell the fine folks where they can follow you. And he said, okay, but I hate social media. But here's my Instagram. So, perfect. Don't oversell it.
Quentin's tall girl has sent in a video of this tall guy who is walking around on Conway drunk.
So it's a real person?
I guess this was a well-known thing. Doug, this is a video of Conway Road at 4 o'clock. I don't know which day, but it is a tall gentleman stumbling along.
Is this going to take on life of its own, like Hully the night before the parade, seen walking down Market?
I ran into Jackson at Bell Reeve on Friday. We touched our beer cans together and parted ways into the sea of peoples. That's from Nilly Willy.
There's plenty of people out there.
You talked to a lot of folks? TNA folks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Boy, that merchandise tent was
sold it out.
People. Good.
Yeah. She was emptied out. They emptied it out, Jack.
Yeah. They were sold out of
margin season.
I was there on Friday and they were sold out of some of the stuff. I said, we're less than 2 full days into this.
Yep.
People were buying clothes like these were the last clothes that were ever going to be made available in America.
Yeah. Some sweet stuff, though.
Yeah, they did.
Looking around, stuff. I was like, damn, nice stuff. They always, like when the PGA Championship was here, it was like this massive merchandise set. It's all real nice stuff. But yes, there is a lot of people
just frantically buying things.
I was seeing people leave with 2 giant bags. I mean, what did you drop? $600-700 there?
Yeah. Just have to have that.
One of the best fans in golf, and I'm going to prove it.
How about the man on Saturday who got arrested for yelling Baba Booey and the police carried him out like a dead body? It's in the 636.
So I did see video of someone being carried out, but I believe it was a woman. That's what the report was. That it was a woman.
Who had the report?
I saw somebody. And
it'll be good sourcing.
I saw the video. I saw the video, but the person had a sweater tied around their waist, and so the police, I guess, because their hands were behind their back, police carried them by like their shoulders, their feet, and then one guy
for yelling,
holding the sweater that was tied around them, like they were carrying a big game fish out of the water. And then, it looked like to be on the right of 17, which is a place where patrons
that's where Tiger ran into problems in 2018.
Oh, yeah. It's also a place where patrons are not allowed to be on the right side of the 17 fairway.
But do they need to be carried out by the policeman?
I don't know.
Unless they just refuse to
unless they're belligerent or something. Yeah.
But this is all from the paper's news desk. This just in. Somebody said this.
I saw something. I don't know.
Somebody reported this.
I don't know.
That a woman yelled Baba Booey? That's even more.
I don't know if it was I don't know what led up to them being carried out. All I saw was a video of a body being carried out.
There was a carcass?
Mainly by a sweater. It was mainly being carried out by the sweater tied around their wrist.
Someone is reporting this.
Yeah, someone was.
Do you think she didn't say we were the best fans in golf and they just scooped her up?
Yeah.
That's it.
The media police took them out.
Media. I didn't get a chuckle out of you. Golfer said something mildly funny. You didn't chuckle.
Yeah. Time to get the hell out of here.
They got me for $860 in the merch shop. That's from Nilly Willy, who toasted Jackson on Friday.
Well, that would only be about 6 shirts.
Oh, less, yeah.
According to the Lipstick Lass, who we do know is a real-life woman, the woman ran across the course on 17.
Okay.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Yeah. Hence why I was surprised that there was someone to the right of the fairway on 17, because that is not where fans were standing. No. They were standing on the left side in between 17 and 18.
Did the Warson Woods wacko max out his $1,000 line of credit in the merchant tent? That's from the overbearing sports dad. Looks like he wants to go today. He put it the Warson Woods wacko on his dance card.
You think there was any tough conversations there with the cashier about declined cards?
I just can't imagine how much money in merchandise sales they made this weekend.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I would like to know, but it's got to be in the millions, I'm sure.
For sure.
Was it on? Where was it this year? Was it not on the main drag?
It was kind of right behind 18. Kind of behind the 18th green.
Martin, it was just to the east of the 17 tee box.
East.
So kind of in between where the 17 tee box and 18 green would converge.
Okay.
The 17 tee box obviously moved way back.
624 yards for the players.
Right.
Boy, that wind is swirling. You have to take a look at the treetops to get an idea. And the players are attacking it comfortably. Scotty Scheffler now with an eagle putt. Just doesn't move, and he'll tap in for a birdie. And now he's inside the top 10, and the Tam Avenue Capital Partners are cashing. Oh, here comes a bogey on number 18, and the Tam Avenue Capital Partners are having a cash call. Doug, it happens just like that.
That is the interesting thing with the BMW Championship specifically, is that, like, because there's only 50 players, 25 pairings, and they spread out all day because they want people to be out there all day.
Sure.
I was hanging out on 18, saw someone finish, and then it was like a good 35 minutes until another group was approaching the green on 18 because they've spread it out so much.
Yeah.
But it is, for the fan, you're just like, boy, there seems to be a lot of golf being played out here, but not here. Not right here. I don't see anybody.
And for the top 30 moving on, was Gary Woodland the biggest mover-upper over the weekend to get into that
question,
top 30?
Martin.
I think he was outside, and then he got inside, and Fowler did not make the 30.
Ricky, Dunzo.
Yeah, he is out. The last man in was Ryan Fox, your Open champion.
Doug, we were looking for the BMW sex swing at the Merchant tent. Thanks. That's the Swing Haven board member who is sending in pictures of himself and his wife in front of Belle Reve.
They were looking for it. Did they find it? I didn't see anything like that when I was there. I just didn't. I was looking at hats and shirts. I was not looking for a sex swing. I would have been embarrassed to even ask, hey, where do you keep the sex swings?
You think they would have answered that genuinely?
A gentleman has sent in a text of the video of the body being carried out.
Take a look at the sweater move.
Scott Purrier, Martin.
That's who it was.
Former Missouri Tiger?
Is that right?
Kevin Purrier.
Kevin Purrier, sorry.
He's the one that got yanked out?
No.
There are people gathered to the right of the creek.
He actually works with Ned Reynolds.
Yes.
Oh, does he?
Ned Reynolds, Iggy's nemesis. Martin, I don't know if you know this. Iggy has an enemy.
He's sideways with someone in the media that he worked with?
Well, he went to Springfield to work with Ned, but became a much bigger star. So Ned was unhappy about that.
Oh, okay.
And this plays into he's the victim and then the hero.
Yeah, always the victim.
Eventually the hero. In left field, we're going to call that a home run.
That's how they carried Portnoy out of the Super Bowl that year. He went limp and got kicked out.
But look at the sweater. The sweater
Where are
wrapped
you guys
around the
looking?
midsection. Scott Purrier on Twitter.
Twitter.
Scott Purrier on Twitter. They carry this person out mostly by the sweater, which is a move I've never seen. But good on St. Louis's finest.
Heiser House Hooligan says the merchandising tent pulled in $9.6 million over 5 days.
Wow. Is he on the board at Belle Reve?
I don't know how we would have that figure, but
we're having a big segment just reporting crap without sources.
Well, I eventually got there with Scott Purrier.
Everything on social media, everything is true.
Right. This video is unassailable, though. This is
wow. She has been scooped and delivered.
Where do you think they just took her to someone's house behind 17 there? And where are they going?
Just dropped her in Afton.
That's like you have to walk at least down 16 and 15 to get to like the parking lot area over there.
What? She's hogtied.
She is hogtied, Jared Allen.
In the old days, they said the police would put a phone book up to you and punch the phone book, so it would really hurt, but it wouldn't leave any like marks or proof that they hit you.
Yeah.
He's at 403,000 views. I think we'll get an uptick with this mention here. Scott Purrier spent 2 days at Belle Reve. Thank God I wasn't near one of the idiots who feels the need to yell, let it rip, or boom shakalaka, or some other ridiculous thing that's right after one of the pros' tee shots. I'm afraid they might have also been carrying me out like this. Wow.
The amount of wannabes wearing their Belle Reve logo emblazoned quarter zips during their weekly bulk buy trip to Aldi all across St. Louis for the next 12 months is about to become insufferable. That's from Lil Tommy Tribbins, and he's not happy about the amount of people wearing Belle Reve logo emblazoned quarter zips while doing their weekly bulk buy at Aldi.
You can do both.
Drop her off at Afton and let West Nile take care of the rest.
Oh.
There's a West Nile problem in Afton?
Not that I've heard of.
They do appear to be walking like just into the woods. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
What's next
The
for
parking
her?
lot is up on like the 15th tee box. I had a long walk to be carrying somebody by a sweater.
God, I like logistics. Did they have something in mind for her?
And then what? You just throw her in the back of the trunk?
They probably gave her the business.
Listen here. We're the best fans in golf. Knock it off, huh? You've been warned. She's going to be let back with a warning.
It seems like you could, after he's hit, it seems like you could yell pretty much anything and still be okay.
I
right?
think this one ran across the 17th.
That's per the lipstick glass. That's our source.
Yeah.
And we know her. And
Always
she's a
source.
real-life person.
Always source.
I got the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up here on this program. That is in a matter of moments. Email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Chairman Kurt filters those emails. Check out CardinalVending.net. Cardinal Vending is a new sponsor here on TMA. And if your office break room could use an upgrade, Cardinal Vending can help. That's Daddy Padre's family business going back to 1987 and now 3 generations working in the business. It's no longer just traditional vending machines. Cardinal Vending offers full-service vending, modern self-checkout micro markets, AI smart coolers, and premium office coffee service. They can convert your existing break room into a modern micro market at no cost to your company. Today's workplace break room is more than chips and candy. Cardinal Vending offers fresh salads, wraps, sandwiches, fresh fruit, protein snacks, healthier options, plus all your favorite beverages and snacks. If you are a business owner, office manager, or facility manager, reach out to Cardinal Vending for a free consultation and see how they can transform your workplace break room. CardinalVending.net. That's CardinalVending.net. Design Air Heating and Cooling email today coming up next on the PolosPlus.com dossier. This is the Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN. this is Paper's jam right now. We heard this on Friday, Martin.
Did I play this Friday?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And I said, this is the jam, huh?
Oh, yeah.
What was Friday's theme? Just jams?
Bangers.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bangers and jams.
Friday's always about only bangers.
What was today?
Whatever.
Jackson's boy body did Texas. Did you see that story? A man climbed into the zoo, into the big
Saw
cat.
a video of that, yeah.
What's going on there?
Maybe
just kind of
not a
hanging
good
out.
idea.
Just kind of hanging out on the rocks.
The lions and such.
Yeah,
I think it was a
they
tiger.
jump back over.
Oof.
Yeah, not intelligent.
No.
Those stories seldom end well.
Yeah. I'm sure they keep those animals very well fed so that they're not just looking to kill anything that moves. But
But they don't
still
often encounter
they might see it as
humans
a
in
threat.
their enclosure. So who knows how they act? These are,
Is that just someone who's drunk saying to his friends, "Oh, yes, I will. You watch what I'll do"? Has to be.
Jackson's theme is Monday Makeout. That's from Sticky Ricky. Is that what this is?
I guess.
So you turn this on when you want to make out?
Not necessarily.
But sometimes.
So Doug lost a piece of his finger, and some guy hopped into the big cat exhibit at the zoo. We don't know who it was. Okay.
No.
Jackson played this song 5 times at the pool party in Afton with 16 men and 0 females. That's from the TMA Reddit Insider.
None of that is true.
Well, he said it. I don't think he just made it
How many
up.
times did you play? That
I didn't play the damn music. I was a guest
Weren't you
at the
guys
party.
like breaking down Dennis Gates? And Eli
Someone
Drinkwitz?
came up to me and asked me a question about
A
Missouri.
random.
That was there for 8 hours. The idea that the conversation. I don't know. What do you want from me? Sorry. You know what? That's fine. No more personal life details from me.
Oh.
If it ain't about the whatever, then I ain't saying it.
Casey Musgraves enunciates so much. That's from Thanks, Dad.
Not as much as Hunter Brody. Close, but not as much.
Monday Makeout. Don't get any dirty ideas, Doug. That's from Dougie V's BBL.
Okay.
Good news, Doug. It's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email day.
It was late, but we'll take it. Take it when we can get it.
Morning, gentlemen. If you think the hungover Kirkwood divorcee who gave her number to a semi-pro baseball, quote, player had a rough Sunday, let me tell you this ditty. As I strolled down the beautiful grounds of the BMW Championship, I heard a call from the distance of a familiar face. Lo and behold, it was the former Mrs. Dr. Mongo, and she was with her new private equity boyfriend's dad's company's hospitality booth. Clearly, she was dating for money and not love. As I walked in the general admission crowd, she flaunted her private box and man, whose name I assume is a 4th or 5th and a legacy at KA. Doug, what's KA?
Kappa Alpha.
Oh.
The order
Like
of,
the frat?
If I'm just context clues.
Is that right? Really? Is that a wealthy frat?
No, not.
It's a sorority.
Kappa Alpha is a fraternity.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Martin, you get the final vote.
They were one of the few, one of the many booted when I was there.
Oh, I'm going to go with papers on this.
Well, you're probably right.
I turned tail and headed to the merchandise booth to drown my sorrows in some Peter Millar polos. Then I remembered what I read in a porta potty once. There's no quip here. The real joke is in your hands. Happy Monday and God bless America. That's from Dr. Mongo, PhD.
Dr. Mongo, PhD.
This morning, gentlemen, I don't like to think about that damaged finger and the precious life that it represents. The amount of microphones that it has held, St. Louis Steamer, St. Louis Spirit, and St. Louis Attack Sports News reports that it is represented. Where that finger has been, what has it seen? I think that finger might be Hall of Fame nominee worthy. Maybe it deserves its own OnlyFans site. On days like this, I think it deserves a day off. But then I recognize that with all the days off that Doug has already taken, he just doesn't have any more vacation days. If only he hadn't wasted all those days on the TV station when he would take days off. So many of them. Such a shame. No Hamptons for that finger. No rest for the weary. Time to quit poking that finger where it pleases. Keep working it. Truly yours from Trade Herrera. Doug's finger is good to the last drop.
Was that Mark's Bra and Mulch Emporium?
I already told you. Truly yours from Trade Herrera. Doug's finger is good to the last drop.
Oh, okay.
Folgers.
The Folgers? Is that Maxwell House?
Oh, God, I get them good to every cup.
I'm going to break down Rory's BMW downfall in terms of Tim, because I have played golf with Tim beyond #blessed, and he showed that extremely long hitters like Tim and Rory need to play within themselves. Because Tim would have laid up just shy of both of those bunkers. But this email is about camping. Funny thing is, after only holding hands that day, my new chum and I would become passionate lovers 50 years later.
Don't say chum.
1970, the cold water of the current river had him seen enough.
It's freezing.
He said, I want to go home, and I'm the kind that likes to be alone. Some, if you would. Quote.
So, if you would, proofread before you hit send.
I said, me too. And so we took a stroll. It wound up down by the odd house hole. And he said, do what you want to do.
Oh.
I got silly and found a frog in the water by a bunch of logs. And I shook it at him and I said, this frog's for you. And he said, I don't like spiders and snakes. And that ain't what it takes to love me, you fool, you fool. Doug, that's from Anita Mann.
It's from Kevin Miller. Kevin Miller.
Fellas, I wasn't going to email in. I was just going to keep the pain and push it down like a true mid-30s father would do. Then that insufferable Mr. Licks called in, and I can't take it anymore. Firstly, if Mr. Licks could go ahead and find his demise sooner than later, that would be fantastic. The less Ole Miss grads in the area, the better. Secondly, I know Papers has issues with attention and whatnot, but what is going on with this fella? Not only did he make 70% of the listeners turn the dial on Friday after Tim exited the program with that, quote, performance, he went to the Skeleton and played Swope's Picks, episode 11, Doug's Greatest Rants, twice! And then he topped that up by exclusively playing the Orange Jitterbug using Ditch Digger program all weekend.
Rather do that than tattle. This is what this guy's doing, is tattling.
Get it together, you bottom! Doug, stop acting like tinsel and settle down with one of the married male listeners already. To the sun with this program. That's from Iggy's crestfallen accountant.
Iggy's
Chief
crestfallen accountant.
And he's the chief of Tattletale?
Yeah, he's the tattling emeritus.
Tim was gone for 22 minutes on Friday when Jay Bennett Behar decided to put
Another teacher's pet.
Jay Bennett Behar?
I mean, it's not that funny.
No, not at all.
Sorry.
Tim was gone for 22 minutes on Friday when Jay Bennett Behar decided to put the cycling subreddit on his dance card. The cycling subreddit? Is that seeing you cycling the TMA subreddit?
No, the bicyclist.
Oh, that's bold.
I told him I came in peace.
How'd that play?
No, well, with the text line, great, actually.
Put the cycling subreddit on his dance card. Forest Park cyclists are there early in the AM to avoid traffic, but Papers needs to cut through the park because it saves him 2 minutes. Let's see Pale jump on a triathlon bike where he's steering with his elbows and maintain a 125 heart rate. You sound like an ass right now.
I'd rather have the tattles back, actually.
Clipless pedals are a pain to clip in and out when you stop. The sidewalk, fella? You are going to kill someone with the tree roots randomly raising various sections. Why don't you throw on an oversized Chicago Sky jersey that acts like a parachute? It will matter for a 10-minute Gen Z workout, but how about putting in the work for a couple hours that will be an extra 6 to 8 minutes per hour? You sound like a real numbskull, and you had that tongue lashing coming. That's from Shooter McGavin, the vice president of the Fenton Spirit Halloween.
Shooter McGavin.
Nice meeting you this weekend, Marvin. I didn't think this town was big enough for 2 khaki pant-wearing journalism heroes, but boy, was I wrong. I take back any mean texts I ever sent in about you. Anyways, I forgot to mention I have some charity stuff coming up. Can I count on you to get me some autographed memorabilia? Thanks, that's from Doug's Oil Boy.
Doug's Oil Boy.
Got my vote.
Just wanted to say how appreciative I am of the people over at Munganess, Burkhardt, Alton Toyota. I bought a 2026 Camry for the commute to the new job. Sales team was easy to work with and very kind. Having had 2 maintenance appointments now, I can honestly say that both Jamie Burkhardt and everyone at the establishment is professional, kind, and personable. I called Jamie to set up maintenance the second time per the ATMA phone number, and he and I had a small chit-chat about the, quote, audio bake sale that is held for Iggy 4 days a week. He told me he would set me up with an appointment by 9 a.m. that morning, and I was good to go by 7:45 instead. Appointment ready to go. I will be continuing to be a loyal customer over there as they have treated me well. The service is 11 out of 10, and I couldn't be happier that they sponsor the shows that I haven't missed since it started on 101 and ATMA. Doug, that comes from Dirk 3K. How about that?
Dirk 3K.
Support the sponsors. And finally, been thinking about this interaction for a few days now. Iggy, do you enjoy anime? Doug, who is Joe Anime? Anyway, great show today. Go Doggies. That's from Bobby Greenbacks. And that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. What will happen is we will vote, and we will announce the winner at 10:55. Martin, you are headed to onboarding. Mondays are always tougher, aren't they? Especially after a big event like the BMW.
Yeah, today's theme is kind of journalism 101, how to be better as a media, Doug. We're going to kind of go back, review our work with some of the players, and we'll be better next time, even though we're a great sports town.
We showed it.
The best, I think.
The question can't be, aren't we the best? And then you stand back and wait.
No.
Player says, yeah, sure.
The greatest. Where are we?
Really enjoyed my time here. Organizers did a great job. And so, yeah, I just want to say,
passionate.
I wishing the Cardinals and the Rams the best. And, it's just been great to be here all week. Okay. Thank you. Thanks so much. Got to go.
That's all we needed.
And then they go, the Rams don't play anymore. They go, oh, sorry.
Martin's headed onboarding. We're headed into the Design Air Heating and Cooling 10 o'clock hour. It's TMA 101 ESPN.
This is Jackson with a SportsCenter update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cleveland Browns waived tight end Daquan Wright, who now has an agreement in place for the 2026 season to play for LSU. If he clears waivers, Wright is believed to be the first player to have an agreement to return to playing college after signing with an NFL team as an undrafted free agent. Adam Schefter reported last evening. That was another SportsCenter update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Doug Foster, The People? What do you think, 2011-ish? 15 years old?
Sounds about right. It's crazy to think it's 15 years old.
What a delta between the lyrics, as far as the darkness of the lyrics, and yet the bouncy, poppy melody. What do you think about that? What about that take?
Juxtaposition.
Wow.
Wasn't there some controversy about that?
Yes. Yeah, this song.
Yeah.
Controversial lyrics for sure. But, I mean, listen to that. Listen to that instrumental underneath that.
Cheese Deluxe says, what a bop.
Yeah.
Doug, you like that? What a bop.
Well, I guess I don't mind it.
Well, Sticky Ricky disagrees.
Okay.
Song's terrible.
Well, then don't listen to it.
Divisive.
You say divisive now.
Do I?
I mean, you should.
Otherwise, it's divisive.
There you go. Okay.
The program's called The Morning After. It is presented to you by Brown and Crouppen here on 101 ESPN and the TMA STL YouTube channel, where Snorting Ants is in there, who says, Papers, that was a tough SportsCenter update.
Disagree. Took me a little bit to spit out Adam Schefter, but, wanted to properly attribute. Hell has come to our doorstep, and it's in the form of NFL players going back to play in college football.
It's just so stupid.
What makes you say that?
Because it is.
Makes no sense.
I guess we just have to come to grips with the fact that college sports is not amateur athletics anymore.
Yeah.
It's just another pro team, only they don't play for a city, they play for a college.
When they spend the money they spend on the rosters. And
LSU $50 million roster.
But if you consider like what it costs to fire Brian Kelly in the buyout there, then get Lane Kiffin over there and pay, it's like closer to $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
They're crazy. So if they're spending as much in the NFL team, players are getting paid, then it's basically an NFL team, which is fine.
Yeah. Anybody concerned about this guy getting to classes late? The idea of the guy going to class is laughable. And we're talking about college football.
Guys, isn't O'Fallon the Menards version of Edwardsville? Thanks, that's Miggy's prison window hand.
Yes.
O'Fallon.
Is that accurate?
I'll say it. I'm, of course, an Edwardsville apologist.
Menards is pretty nice.
I like how they have the escalator you can put your shopping cart
too.
on.
Yes.
Pretty sweet.
Uh-huh.
And they have a guy playing piano on the weekends.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's like dressed up, too.
The one on Hanley Road has got that.
No, right. Sounds like a pony.
Mm-hmm. Has his tickle in the ivory.
Probably not where he thought his musical career would go.
Hey, man.
But
money's green.
Hammering out a living.
Tim, I can't support the sponsors because I don't live in the country. So can I just send you money directly to pay tribute? That's from Jackson Soyboy. Yep. Give out my Venmo.
Okay.
Took a little hit.
He doesn't even want a good or service in return. He would just like to pay you.
Yep.
It's kind of a tribute.
What is it? Oh, it's simple. I guess I was in early. Ground floor on Venmo at Tim-McKernan. Yep.
Beat out the barrel,
Be
man.
a little disappointing if I didn't have $10,000 in there by the time we head down the hallway for after the morning after.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get this thing going.
Yeah, you've got it coming.
Thank you very much. You can text in at 314-399-9646, and you can Venmo at Tim-McKernan. But you can also just hang out with Snorting Ants and Murphy VR and the Never Ending Wipe and STL Chris in the Form Energy YouTube chat. And if you're not sleeping really well, that's where Dr. Brandon Pryor comes in. You go, well, he's the dentist, right? I said, he is. But he now can treat sleep apnea with a custom oral appliance and help out those of you who are dealing with not getting good sleep. Man, can it change your life for the worse, but Dr. Pryor can make it better. He treats sleep apnea with custom oral appliances. That's an alternative to a CPAP, so no mask, no machine for the right candidates. If you think you might have a sleep issue or you've already been diagnosed, they'll do a complimentary consultation to see if it's fit. At least go get checked out because bad sleep catches up with you. 100 West Dental is on Manchester, in Baldwin, or online at 100westdental.com. It's 10:23 in St. Louis. We'll take a break, come back with more TMA on 101 ESPN. How do you like this one, Doug?
Oh, it's fine.
Well, Papers, what do we have going on?
MGMT, Electric Feel.
How about that?
The band, they used to go by The Management, which is not a great name for a band, but then MGMT, that really works.
New promo for September. I will come to your house and watch you sleep. That's from Master of the Oral Arts.
One of the creepiest texts I've ever heard.
Does he want to get paid for that?
It just sounds like it's something he's offering up to winners.
Okay.
Brian Henshin says, hey, guys, let's close the show out with some joy and positivity because we all know that at noon Eastern, we'll be filled with bitching and negativity from the Strode man. That's from Brian Henshin.
He already called a shot in there earlier. He said he's coming in hot today at 11.
He's not happy with you, Doug, praising the event.
Me.
Doug, good news, though. With the loss yesterday, the Cardinals now give you great value to get into the playoffs. Jugs in D.C. You're going to win either way because you bet the Cardinals to make the playoffs. You're going to make money. And if the Cardinals don't make the playoffs, Jugs in D.C. has to pay you rent because he's going to live on your property in the Barnoff region.
Yeah.
The Cardinals now to make the playoffs, you put $100 on it. It gets you $2,500. 25 to 1.
$2,500 if they make the playoffs on a $100 bet.
25 to 1. 25 to 1.
Well, I kind of think he'd be throwing away $100.
How dare you?
I didn't necessarily think that last week at this time.
Yep, I agree with you on that.
But I do now.
And even though I realize that it's the math that puts you in that spot, I feel like it's the fact that not only have you lost Palante and Dobbins, but that they're going to limit Leahy the rest of the way. It's like, well, the reason why they were in all of these games and making this run is the starting pitching, and there goes 60% of it.
And the bullpen's already on fumes.
And
now you can't trust a 4-0 ninth inning lead?
What about a 10-5 lead?
No. Is anything safe?
You just see who the Marlins DFA'd, though?
No.
Your king.
Oh, wow. This is kind of sketches and bits.
Yeah. Bring him back. He's available. He's just sitting there.
It's enticing.
Waiting. You telling me the Cardinals couldn't use another arm?
Well, they must have DFA'd him because he can't get anybody out.
Doesn't matter. Change of scenery.
Is there anything
Put
to
that
the
Cardinal uniform back on?
Is there anything to the Michaelis stuff, or was that just fan fiction?
Oh, there's a report that the Cardinals are going
Not
to
a report.
No, just
we're just having a big.
Someone just put a picture up. Would they bring him back? They said. Did he get DFA'd?
Doug?
I don't know. We're all crowdsourcing.
I don't think so.
No, there's not a chance they'd bring him back. It is kind of hard to believe that in all those minor league teams, they don't have a couple of arms that could come in and take over a little bit.
40 man, 40 man, 40 man, 40 man.
Well,
40
I'll
man,
cut somebody off that
40
list.
Man. Who's going?
Well, if I saw the list, I'd cut a couple of them. Cut more than a couple.
Tim, look at Redbird Rants.
Don't tell us what to do. We've been over that.
RedbirdRants.com. Lance McCullers, Michael Lorenzen, Miles Michaelis. There you go. Do you say Airman Marquez?
No, I've never said that. Those guys are all out there available?
And Marco Gonzalez.
Could be a real return.
He was around in 2014, Doug, and he would make a glorious return. Cardinals picked him in the first round of the 2013 draft.
And traded him for who? I forget.
Tyler O'Neill.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The trade looked pretty good there for a while. But Gonzalez had some decent years with Seattle.
So there's your rotation.
Well, I don't know that you've probably got enough with the rotation if you're going to stick with Quinn Matthews, right? You still have 5 guys. You wouldn't have 6, but you'd have 5, right?
I don't think so.
Because you lost
2 and you got 1.
But they brought up Matthews,
right?
And they were going on a 6-man rotation, weren't they?
Yeah, but I think that changes now that you've lost so many arms.
And Leahy's capped at 65 pitches.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's not much like a starter. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to throw my 100 to win.
No, I think it's a savior C-note.
Unless they bring back
Let's bet on Alex Smalley to win the Tour Championship.
He made the top 30, right?
Of course he did.
Yeah. Yep. 23.
Remember when we could have had Zach Wheeler straight up for either Harrison Bader or Tyler O'Neill? It's from the 314.
I don't remember that. Is that the case? Why am I looking it up?
I don't know. Don't look it up. Don't bother.
Doug, plus 2,500. So if you want to bet that. Now, the thing that we can also monitor is the Rookie of the Year situation. This is starting to get a lot of attention. They were getting an argument over it on MLB Network. Harrison Bader versus Sal Stewart.
Not Harrison Bader. J.J. Weatherholt.
J.J. Weatherholt. Yeah. I apologize. I have the Bader numbers up in front of me. J.J. Weatherholt is now plus 115. It has moved precipitously. Like 2 weeks ago, he was minus 180. Sal Stewart's plus 135. So Weatherholt was minus 180. Sal Stewart is now basically even with him. Plus 115 for Weatherholt, plus 135 for Stewart.
Stewart's going to be hard to ignore. He's going to have more than 30 homers and more than 100 RBIs, probably. That's kind of hard to ignore.
Don't give up.
Well, no, I'm not giving anything up. I just think it'd be pretty unusual, I think, to have a guy put together that kind of rookie season and not win the Rookie of the Year.
Look at JJ's WAR.
Yeah, seriously, what are you, a Cincinnati guy now, Doug?
I'm not.
You looking to lose that other finger?
I don't want you to have your heart broken if he doesn't win it.
I want the draft pick.
Badly.
Capping Leahy's so dumb. It's from the Never Ending Wipe in the Form Energy YouTube chat.
Well, it's going to be frustrating if somehow they do win a couple in a row and they're suddenly 2 or 3 games out and you got a guy working on a shutout and you take him out after 4 innings. That's going to be frustrating for the fans.
Where are all the Baez honks now? That's from the Overbearing Sports Dad.
Honks.
I would have bought a full Baez uniform if he would have hit a second home run on Friday night.
And you would have won $850, just straight Venmo for rolls.
Yeah, would have been eating good.
You watch every at-bat?
Yeah, sweating.
Mm-hmm. And then when they removed him for a pinch hitter, how'd that feel?
Furious. Was it Pages they pinch hit for him? Somebody did. Who cares?
Or Burleson, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was Burleson.
Iggy says he put $100 on Stewart 2 weeks ago.
Iggy put $100 on Stewart?
Why do you react like that?
Well, I making sure I was following. I'm trying to get ahead of what's going to happen just down the hallway in 25 minutes. You should probably have that bet slip ready to roll.
Oh, you're going to ask to see it?
I won't. I won't be asking to see it. I believe it at face value. I'm saying getting ahead of things. If I were him, I would have that bet slip. Just forecasting what I think will be the response to that.
Okay.
I don't need
to
see
So you
it.
want to see an August 10th, 2026 bet slip
right
in
there.
which Ken Iggy Strode of After the Morning After fired a $100 bet on Sal Stewart to be the National League Rookie of the Year and probably was getting a pretty good number.
I don't want to see anything.
I'd like to see one.
Oh.
Thank you, Kurt. I don't want to see it. But some others might.
I just think those offensive numbers he's put up are going to be awfully hard for people to ignore.
Especially if he is to keep it up, too. You know, if he's at this pace and continues to look like he's looked.
He leads the majors in RBIs.
Yeah. Weatherholt is likely, though, maybe not I would say probably likely to be the Gold Glove second baseman in his rookie season.
Yeah.
Nothing to sneeze at there.
Yeah, that's what's keeping him in the race.
With solid offensive numbers for a rookie.
Yeah, but not close to Sal Stewart's numbers.
Not
in any of the categories.
Except WAR, which he's considerably better.
But that goes to defense, right? WAR.
It includes defense.
Right.
Which is a part of the game.
His defense is keeping him in the
part of the game.
In the hunt.
Okay.
I would like to see a betting slip also, so I guess I'm now standing with KG in addition to Mr. Martin. That's from Brian Henson, Colts. No way Mr. 50-cent six-way parlay would ever bet $100. That's from Shooter McGavin.
See, I wanted to get in front of it for Iggy. Kind of as a life caddy here.
You're welcome to get involved. 1037 in St. Louis. The program is TMA 101 ESPN. Such a good remix. I love this whole Rookie of the Year debate that just tries to ignore defense, where each player bats in the lineup and pretends the factual data that explains why Sal Stewart pales in comparison to Weatherholt doesn't exist. Seriously, anyone claiming RBIs only matter probably also are upside down on car loans and carry no less than $20,000 of consumer debt. That's Carlos Spicy Wiener.
That may be a bit harsh.
Guys, as a man who very publicly bet $100 on this show, I'm going to need to see some validation of that Rookie of the Year bet. That's from Marcia's Collage Program. I don't recall Marcia's Collage Program's bet. Jackson, you keep a book, though, over there. What did Marcia's Collage Program bet?
Well, I could not tell you, Tim. I don't remember,
Doug, do you remember?
what all of the listeners bet on or off the program. I didn't know that was part of my duties, but if it is, I'll make sure to stay on top of that more in the future.
Was he the one that bet on Baez, bet Martin about Baez and is it bats or average by the end of the year?
Oh, is that right?
Oh, boy.
Jackson, do you have that?
I guess
and how are we supposed to collect our VIG?
Right. Well, maybe I do have it. Nope. Matter of fact, I don't. I don't have.
You don't have it.
He says he bet Steven Time Missouri would win 9 games this year.
Okay, well, keep your own damn.
Oh!
Well, what am I doing?
But that's $100, and we get 10. 110's the cost for running the book.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the upside for us.
Yeah, that's $7.50 to me, and then you guys chop up the $2.50.
Standard boilerplate language.
Thank you very much. Just sign right here.
You got my share.
Oh,
nice. Sweet. $8.25. What?
So if listeners bet each other on this program, we take a
10%.
rake. Okay. Good. All right. That's good to know. It's a nice little revenue source for us, Doug.
Guys, the Strode man is going to fold almost immediately after doubling, maybe even tripling or quadrupling down. He'll hit us with either the classic, I was just kidding, or he made the bet, but it was less than $100 and something more in the $5 range. That's Brian Henson. Boy, at 11 o'clock, there's going to be a lot of proving of this $100 Sal Stewart Rookie of the Year bet.
Big time sports talk.
Yeah, that's a pretty big bet. It's an enormous bet for Iggy.
Did you see Tommy Pham getting into it with Dane Myers on the Twitter tweets?
No, I didn't. I missed that.
Did anybody see this? This is a social media story that I'm on top of.
Okay.
Woot, woot. Woot, woot.
Tommy Pham, known to get sideways a time or two with other big leaguers.
Yep, that is the case. Doug, he is well traveled, and Tommy Pham, out of nowhere, went after Dane Myers because of the dropped ball in the Cardinal game.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what's going on is we have center fielders today who know the value of stealing catches to help their OOA numbers go up because it improves your WAR. So you have this, a game that is lost because the center fielder didn't want the left fielder to catch the ball because he wanted the points. That's Tommy Pham in a video that did not include him. Dane Myers saw this, the Reds outfielder who's the one who dropped the ball on Thursday, and said a 10-year vet, decent one at that, quote, brother calling me selfish. You were talking like an average fan, man. You spent all that time in the big leagues. You should know, remember, there's more to a play than what just appears on the screen. That being said, the play still has to be made. And unfortunately, it didn't end there with Tommy Pham and Dane Myers. He said, sticking with selfish still, even after a mutual told you that's not who I am. I'm 30, about to enter my first year of arbitration. I'm never getting a big bag. I don't care about an extra 1/10 of a point of OAA. I play to win. Quit playing with my name and character. You sound dumb. You're a whack OG to me.
Huh.
But that...
It does seem like a kind of an outrageous claim by Tommy Pham, doesn't it?
Tommy Pham came back.
Oh, no.
I do play-by-play of Twitter beefs.
Okay.
That's something I'm putting on my resume. Check my LinkedIn.
Okay.
Hit subscribe. What mutual you referring to? The mutuals I've talked to said you're a child and they're tired of you. If I screenshot the text, I'll really embarrass you. Lame, plain and simple.
Gosh, he's looking for a fight.
Screenshot bandits are getting involved?
And then Dane Meyer said, screenshot it, OG. Nah, lame is someone who blames it bats on bad pair of contacts. A lame would be someone telling a whole house party they should be on him because he was top in WAR previous season. This couldn't be you, right? Tommy Pham back. I hit better than you with bad vision at 38. You're 30, and you have accumulated a 1.2 FWAR and 87 WRC going into ARB. That's non-tender territory. You're -7 DRS and CF. Your teammates and trainers say you a crybaby and child and don't respect you.
Gosh, why is Tommy Pham so upset?
You could have asked that question before this. Dane Myers responded with 2 laughing emojis, exposing yourself for being lame, bringing up stats. DRS is a broken metric. You talk like you were Willie Mays in the outfield. You had a good career, OG. Be happy. Don't forget how hard this game is. I think you're lying unless you're posting screenshots like you said.
Myers is trying to play nice and be respectful of a guy who had a better career.
Tommy Pham's back.
Oh, no. Let it go.
Nah. I won't put them out there like that out of respect for them. Just know you ain't liked in that clubhouse by people who have been there way longer than you. Dane Myers responds, that's fine. I've been good to everyone here, so I'm not tripping.
That ended?
That's the last I've seen of it.
Okay. Odd that you would have a fight like that over Twitter.
I hope Pham signs with the Reds.
It's not out of the question.
Who's been on the Reds a long time?
How long's Hunter Green been there?
I don't know. Ellie De La Cruz is probably going on 4 or 5 years, too, isn't he? This is his 4th year for De La Cruz.
Guys, I think somehow they both lost this beef. That's from Jackson's boy body.
Well, what did Myers do?
Dropped a ball.
Well, I know he dropped the ball. I'm sure he felt bad enough about it, but to get hate from a fellow major leaguer over it, saying he tried to catch it just to get another 1/10 of a point.
My God, I hate this generation. That's from Jackson's soy boy.
Tommy Pham's 38, so I don't know what generation you're talking about.
I think Pham kind of cooked, yo. That's from... Well, they're sending a lot of
He's
texts.
always been outspoken.
Oh, 314.
Tyler Stevenson, the longest tenured Red.
Have you blokes ever considered, Dougie, like when we're called blokes?
I don't care for it. No, it's hurtful.
Have you blokes ever considered replacing your Banty Rooster logo with a picture of Tommy Pham? That's from Mitch. I've sentenced boys younger than you to the gas chambers. Didn't want to do it, but I felt that I owed it to them. Cumstein. Tim, can you read that Twitter back and forth in the Jiminy Glicker JFK voice? That's from Alan Dadeville. Those are my only 2. Said Martin has a catalog of 100.
Yeah.
I've got Jiminy Glick and John F. Kennedy.
You once did a full scene reenactment from Parenthood of the grandma talking about the roller coaster story.
Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah. And I enjoyed that. So I think you have more than you're letting on.
Enough with this Tommy Pham, Dane Myers thing. Can Doug tell me more about scissoring moles? Unzips pants. That's from chairman of the National Swingers Convention.
My finger continues to throb. I mean, it was caught right there in the loppers of despair for what felt like 2 or 3 minutes. Couldn't get it out. Just chomped right down on it. Oh.
Y'all foos are straight up bloke maxing right now, and I have no idea what that means. That's from Dougie V's BBL.
Okay. I haven't had the BBL surgery yet.
Probably won't after that finger issue.
Well, I'll let that heal before I
Jackson, you got to book this. Harrison's brother Master is betting $5,000 that Iggy did not bet the $100 that he claims he bet.
Is he betting that with Iggy? Because I was Iggy, I would have that bet slip, and then you can collect
$5,000, Iggy.
$5,000 if he's a man of his word.
Harrison's brother Master?
If Iggy can produce the $100 bet slip, that's $5,000.
That's a nice win for Iggy.
Would be.
It'd be a nice one for anybody. $5,000, just like that.
There won't be a bet slip. There won't be.
But if you're doing it online, it saves as it's easy to access.
He already started getting out in front of it in the YouTube chat.
What did he say?
That fine for that. I won't be showing a bet slip.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah.
But for $5,000, would you show a bet slip?
There isn't a bet slip. There isn't one.
Does anyone listen to Mark Goldbridge after United lost to the Hull City Tigers? That's from the Afton Soccer guy. Doug?
I might actually put that on my list to do today.
I might actually have missed that this time.
We will have the winner of the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day coming up here in a matter of moments. Then we head down the hallway for ATMA. BK and Ferrario come on 101 ESPN from 11 to 2, then the Fast Lane from 2 to 6. Go to VIP Auto Accessories. They take care of everything. They're a one-stop shop. That's Tommy Sapulka and Brian Grigg, VIP Auto Accessories, expanding their fleet maintenance department. VIP offers full-service fleet maintenance and repair, anything from a simple oil change to full engine repair and anything in between. They employ ASE certified mechanics and can provide pickup and delivery of your units to limit downtime. That's right. They provide pickup and delivery of your units to limit downtime. VIP works with all the major fleet management companies. Fleet maintenance and repair is just another in-house service VIP offers to make them a true one-stop shop. For all your commercial vehicle upfit needs, ask for Tommy Sapulka. And for all your aftermarket vehicle accessories needs, ask for Brian Grigg. Tell him TMA sent you. VIPAutoaccessories.com. This is the Morning After 101 ESPN.
TMA is proud to be sponsored by one of the truly great St. Louis companies, Stiefel. It's true, good things come to those who wait. At Stiefel, great things come from knowing when to act. For 135 years, Stiefel has helped individuals, families, and business owners make thoughtful financial decisions. Founded in St. Louis in 1890, Stiefel combines deep local roots with national capabilities. From customized wealth management to investment banking and traditional banking, Stiefel delivers fully integrated solutions designed for complex financial lives, whether you're growing, preserving, or transitioning wealth. That same long-term mindset is why Stiefel proudly supports TMA, because they know success is all about timing and knowing when the moment is actually the moment. #1 wealth management firm for employee satisfaction 3 years in a row now, according to J.D. Power. Investing, banking, advising, Stiefel, where success meets success. Stiefel Nicholas and Company Incorporated, member SIPC and NYSE.
This is Jackson with the Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Cardinals off today, back in action tomorrow in St. Louis, 6:45 p.m. first pitch against the Orioles. That was another Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
It's TMA 101 ESPN. Jackson Burkett is the winner of the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day.
Dirk 3K.
Dirk 3K
really?
is one. The Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Day. BK and Ferrario are coming up next. We're headed down the hallway for ATMA on the TMA STL YouTube channel. For Jackson Burkett, for Chairman Kurt, for Martin Kilcoyne, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Selvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been The Morning After, presented to you by Brown and Crouppen from the Stiefel Studios on 101 ESPN.